Dude, I should have thought of this because I had to reset the BIOS on my computer the other day, and when I hopped into a Discord voice chat, it had reset my mic, but I didn't think to double check the one for stream. No, and then somebody said I was muted, and at first I was like, no, I'm fucking not, and then I was like, wait. No, see, this is see, that's the thing. Most of the time when you guys say I'm muted, you guys are gaslighting me, but like every few months something happens and I actually end up muted. So I actually have to check even when I think you guys are lying, because once in a while you guys are not lying. Don't worry, I didn't say anything too crazy before I actually unmuted my mic. I was just like, yeah, I still sound sick, probably. Mind your business if I sound like shit. I was like, I can't believe you guys would make me stand at my standing desk when I'm sick. I'm so dramatic. I'm mostly okay. My nose still feels a little stuffy, which is why I still kind of sound like shit, but my like sore throat is gone. I'm mostly not coughing anymore. I don't have to blow my nose too much. Okay, that was okay. I shouldn't have done that. That was very uncomfortable. I just wanted to make a weird snotty noise into the mic. But that was really awful, actually. Is the cat fund for new cat or cat stuff? Well, I did get a new cat, so kind of for that, but actually at this point I should probably update it and just put it towards Ellie's stuff. So Ellie's my older cat. I have two cats, both little voidlings, very cute, very adorable. Okay, okay, the new one's being a crackhead. She got the zoomies or something. She jumped onto my PC on my desk and it scared the shit out of me. How the fuck did you jump? Wait, I'm standing. My desk is... Actual crackhead cat. I didn't even register for a moment that my desk was in the standing position. She jumped from the floor onto the desk, onto the PC on the desk, which like for a second I was like, yeah, that's pretty normal. And I was like, wait, this desk is like a meter in the air. And I was like, she's a crackhead. She's a crackhead. So yeah, basically last week my older cat Ellie, she went to the vet. She was very brave, but she's gonna need some teefies out sometime in the upcoming months. I was saying probably in the new year, just because I'm like, I don't see myself having the money to do that anytime earlier than that. So that's probably when we're planning to do it, because it's gonna cost like $3,000. And I'm like, oh fuck, my wallet's already in shambles. I'm like, what am I gonna do? So I think I'll probably just update the goal to match the one that I currently have on my Ko-Fi, and at some point we'll plan like some sort of event. Then you guys can like make me suffer for money, and we'll put the money towards the cat TVs. Exclamation mpreg. I don't know what that means. You don't know what mpreg is? It's like preg, like pregnant, but M for male or man, so it's male pregnancy. Yeah, so it just tells you if you're mpreg or not. Yeah. Airbud, not Aircat, bro. She's like actually on demon hours. She's like, it's so funny because all the other cats in my apartment, so I just have the two cats, the one newer cat who's like a year old, and then my other cat who's like 7, maybe 8. I don't know her exact age. And then my sister's two cats are also like 8ish, right? So they're all kind of getting up there in age, and the only reason we have this newer cat is because my other older cat had passed away some number of weeks ago, and she was like up there. She was like 13, so not like incredibly old, but not so young that it was like super surprising that she passed. Anyways, so I ended up with this new cat, and so she's a lot younger than the other cats, and she's a little crackhead sometimes. She's very cute though. She's very cute. All right, I'm gonna put my desk back in the sitting position. I think it's been 5 minutes. I don't want to stand. I'm sick. I already had to stand. I was at work for 4 hours this afternoon. Okay, I've suffered enough. We're going down. No more uppies, chat. No more uppies. You guys are going down. You guys get downies? That doesn't sound right. Downsies? That also doesn't sound right. You guys don't get uppies. You get opposite uppies. You get reverse uppies. How about that? Reverse uppie. There's a cooldown? Yes! You guys can't make me stand for like hours on end. It's just to give me like a break, and like it's kind of like the stretch redeem, right? Where it's just like, oh, get up and stand for a few minutes every once in a while instead of just sitting at your chair for like 6 straight hours. It's not meant to make me suffer. It's supposed to make me healthy, guys. It's like you're supposed to be taking care of me with these redeems, okay? I mean, I think some of them probably make me suffer, but that one and like the stretch and like the hydrate and stuff, those are for taking care of the streamer, guys. Don't you want to take care of your sick little streamer? I am actually so dramatic. I don't get sick that often. I get like so annoyed when I'm sick. Especially I was so annoyed because obviously I was already away from streaming for like mostly a week or so. I know we did the one stream where we made Nikki eat foods and that was fun, but besides that I was like mostly gone for a week or so from stream, and I was like, yay, okay, once he's back in Yeehaw land, I send him back to Yeehaw land. I'm like, I can stream again. But then like the day, maybe the day before he was supposed to leave, I started getting like a sore throat, and then by the day he left, like it was like a worse sore throat, and I was starting to feel a bit stuffy, and I was like, no. So it's like it just extended the time that I was kind of like not streaming, and I was like, dude, what the fuck is this? Like, this is the worst timing. Couldn't have happened some other time, and just I could have taken a few days off. And now it's been like 2 weeks since I properly streamed consistently, and I'm like, does anybody remember I exist? Guys, do you still remember me? Now you guys want me to stretch and hydrate? I shouldn't have mentioned those. I actually do need a good stretch. I feel like when I'm standing at work, which is anytime I'm at work now, which is not that often, it depends, somewhere between 2 and 4 different days a week, roughly, I feel like my shoulders have been getting sore. I think that's because I actually have to wear a bra when I go to work. I can't get away with just like, you know, free floating titties or whatever at my job. And I think because like that puts some weight and pressure on my shoulders, I think I end up with a bit of tightness and pain in like my shoulder area. So actually the stretch is quite nice. I'll drink water too. I've been drinking, you guys would be proud of me, I've been drinking so much water lately. Because I've been sick, right? So actually this is like the first iced coffee I've made in days. Because I've been too busy drinking like hot tea with honey and like chugging water. Because like, it's okay, you guys know when you're sick and you're stuffy and you can't breathe through your nose, and so when you're like sleeping especially and laying down, you're just mouth breathing, right? So you're like the entire time you're sleeping, obviously not that loudly, I'm just trying to make a point. And so every time I'd wake up, which is like every few hours, after a few hours of mouth breathing in your sleep, your mouth is like so dry, so I'd have like my water bottle next to the bed and I'd just like try to chug water, but because I can't breathe through my nose, I actually couldn't drink that much water at a time because like there's no way for me to breathe, so I'd have to take like a sip and then breathe through my mouth and then take a sip and then go back to sleep for another couple hours until I woke up again and my mouth was dry and I was stuffy. It sucked. Now I'm mostly okay, but just a little stuffy and I sound like shit. Unless you guys are into like women who sound like they chain smoke, in which case maybe I sound like good. I think I just sound stuffy though. I don't even think I sound like a smoker. I think I just genuinely sound like very stuffy. We could have streamed more. Just have me next to you giving you shit. I don't want you sitting there giving me shit. I want to give you the iPad and turn you into an iPad kid and you mind your fucking business is what I want. I mean, it was your first time in Canada, so I thought it was better if we like did activities. Nemily, welcome back, welcome back. I am alive. I've been alive the whole time, but I've just been like actually, it was kind of funny this morning when I got up and I was getting ready for work. My sister was still awake. This was at like 10 a.m. bro. She hadn't slept. I'm like, how fucking nocturnal are you? But I slept for 12 hours because I went to bed at like 10:30 because I was sicky. And I was like, I'm gonna go to bed super early because I'm tired and I want lots of sleep. And so anyways, I was up at like 10 something and she was up. And I like had like this random, like, you know when you get a really good cough and you like get like, you have something in your throat that you kind of like get out of your throat. I had like a really good cough, but it sounded like I was dying. And she's like, you good? And I'm like, oh, I just had a great cough actually. Hello, welcome in, Burb. How are you? I'm getting over being a little sicky wicky, so if I sound kind of funny, it's because I'm a little sicky wicky. And if my chat really wanted me to feel better, they would give me 10,000 subs. That would cure my illness instantly, probably. No, it actually wouldn't. No, I'm actually so disappointed because the other night, I think I tweeted or posted on Blue Sky. I was like, if I wake up tomorrow and I'm still sick, I'm fighting God. And I woke up and I was still sick, so I actually do have to fight God. That's on the plan. I don't know when it's... I don't know, I gotta do it at some point. Because it's been like 2 days since then. I'm like still technically sick, but it's mostly gone. The worst of it's over. My throat feels good. Yeah, you know, I'm fine. Just sound like shit. Which I don't love because I don't know. I'd rather sound better on stream, but I can at least stream without dying. Because yeah, if you yap too much with like a sore throat, obviously you're gonna have a bad time. But I think as long as I don't do anything crazy, you know, like we're not gonna accidentally do like an 8-hour stream or anything, probably be on the shorter end. I was thinking probably just like yap for a bit, catch up a little bit. I don't know, what have you guys been up to? You guys been doing anything fun? You guys just been like doing employment things, school things, gaming? I don't know. I feel like I haven't talked to you guys in a while, man. What y'all been up to? Anyone got any fun, exciting things that they've been doing? I just had Nikki visit, right? And yeah, like I said, it was his first time in Canada, so I wanted to take him around and show him as much as I could. But maybe if he visits again, we can just drag him onto streams and I can like stream more. But I wanted to show him stuff. I wanted him to see things, right? I didn't want to like sit in my apartment and be a VTuber. And like when he was here, I was like, this just feels like not being a good host to somebody. Just like, hey, you just sit there and I'm gonna be an anime girl for a few hours and you can just hang out. Like that just seems like an uncool thing to do when you have a guest over. Like I don't know. He like wanted me to, and he like suggested it, but it's like no. We gotta go out and see things and do things, and especially for the first time. But maybe if he comes back one day, we can do that. I don't know if he'll come back. I might have scared him off. I'm not sure. I'm unemployed. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with being unemployed except not making money. Money is good. Actually, the shift I picked up at work today, that wasn't even a shift that I had originally scheduled. Somebody put it up for grabs last night and I was like, I kind of want the money. I was like, it's only 4-hour shift. Honestly, I don't hate this job as much as I hated the last job that I had. The last time I had like an outside job, like a real person job that's not just being anime on the internet, was I think 2 years ago now. I worked at like a toy store or something during the holiday season. It was like another seasonal gig that I had, and yeah, this sucked. Honestly, it sucked a lot. I didn't like it. It was also like on the opposite side of the city I live in, so I had to take 2 buses to get there. It was just like super inconvenient all around. This one, much closer to where I live, and it's actually a lot more chill. It's not like a toy store, so there's not a lot of children running around. Also, I get to listen to much better music when I work, because it's just, I don't know, normal, whatever they play at like malls and stuff. Like, it's just like popular music type of thing, I suppose. And whereas when I worked at this toy store, it was all like kids music all the time. It was like Baby Shark doo 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 doo. I was like, I'm actually getting brain damage. Like I could take over this stream. I'm afraid with what you might do to my stream, honestly. Like, you're gonna turn my chat against me or something. Alright, one sec. I gotta blow my nose. You guys aren't gonna listen to that though, because that's like the opposite of ASMR. I'm so sad though. I ran out of, okay, you know like you get like the nice tissues that are made with like the lotion in them, especially when you're sick and you're blowing your nose all the time, so then your nose doesn't get all like red and dry as it does sometimes when you blow your nose a lot. I picked up a package of those at the store the other day, but I ran out of them earlier, so now I don't have any tissues, any face tissues in my house at all, so I'm blowing my nose with like toilet paper. So I just have like a roll of toilet paper on my desk right now, and unfortunately it's not as nice and soothing and soft as the fancy facial tissues or Kleenex or whatever the heck I bought. Yeah, my nose is starting to hurt, even though I was blowing my nose way more the past few days, but just like blowing it a few times on something that's not intended for your face, yeah. Yeah, my nose actually hurts now. Bold of you to assume that we are wait, what are you guys on about? Did I miss something? I don't know what I missed. Bold of you to assume that we are with you to begin with. I don't know what we're talking about, honestly. Gotta pick up my pizza. Pizza! I love pizza. Pizza's so good. Yo, I feel like we should bring back that conversation about pineapple on pizza. I should have got pineapple on pizza when Nikki was here. I actually have no idea how he feels about pineapple on pizza. We got pizza when he was here, but we just got pepperoni because we cheap like that. We're like, yo, what's the cheapest pizza? I mean, I guess the cheapest would be like cheese pizza, but we're like, okay, we're cheap, but not like that cheap. We'll get some pepperoni. You know, when I'm feeling like, you know, when I get paid and I'm feeling like I got money and stuff, I'll get like a fancy pizza, you know, like a Hawaiian or a Canadian pizza or something with like a bunch of toppings. You got like the pineapple and like the ham and the bacon and shit. And you're like, mmm. But when I'm feeling broke, I'm like, we'll just do a pepperoni. We'll go basic, save a little. Join the Minecraft server, perfect for yapping. Maybe, but I feel like if I get on Minecraft, I'm gonna play Minecraft all night, and I don't think I should do that because I should probably still go to bed relatively early because I'm still kind of getting over being sick. But I know if I start playing Minecraft, I'm gonna be up all night playing Minecraft, so I might save that for another day when I can afford to stay up all night playing Minecraft. I don't know what it is, but like every time I start a new Minecraft server, I get like re-addicted for 2 weeks. I don't know, I feel like everybody does the same thing. I'm like, I gotta grind, I gotta do everything, blah, blah, blah. And then eventually I get to a point where I'm like, okay, I can chill. What's up? The sky, I think. It's so dark out already. I honestly forgot that it was only 6 p.m. when I started my stream, because I went to make my iced coffee before stream and I looked out the window and it's like pitch black, and I was like, oh yeah, what was it, like 8 p.m? What time am I starting stream? 8 p.m? And I was like, it is 6 o'clock. It is 6 o'clock. I think it gets dark at like 5 p.m. right now. Oh my god, that is so depressing. I gotta make sure I wake up before 5 p.m. if I want to see some daylight. But since I've been sick, I've actually been going to bed like super early and waking up, I don't want to say early, but early for me. Like I've been waking up at like 10 a.m., 11 a.m. before noon. That's huge for me, guys. That's huge. Indifferent? Is there any foods that you're like super not indifferent about? Like something that you either really like or really don't like? I feel like you're the type, from what I noticed anyways, that you'll like eat a lot of things. Like you're not super picky. I don't know if there's something you like super like. I mean, I know you literally like brownies and like hot chocolate, but I mean like actual foods or like specific pizza toppings, because I feel like, I don't know, I go through phases though. I mean, I'm always down for chicken nuggets. I love chicken nuggets. And iced coffee, obviously, I'm like super gung-ho about. But I don't know, I feel like I'm kind of picky sometimes with foods. So there's like some stuff that I'm like, bleh, bleh. Like for pizza toppings, you'll never catch me eating olives. You'll never catch me with mushrooms on my pizza. Honestly, those are the main ones for pizza toppings. There's some that I like wouldn't order for myself, but if somebody gave me some free pizza with it on it, I probably would eat it. My favorite pizza toppings are probably, I like all the meats and pineapple and onion. That's where it's at for me. Pineapple's fine, yeah. Pineapple, I like pineapple on pizza. I'm a huge pineapple on pizza person, okay? Like pineapple with like ham or bacon. So like a, what do they call that? A Hawaiian pizza. I'm pretty sure they invented that in Canada, but it's called a Hawaiian pizza. I don't know why they, I don't know. And then what's a Canadian pizza? This was probably invented somewhere not in Canada, for all I know. I laughed and then I just started coughing and dying, so that's where we're at today. Pineapple with hot peppers. Ooh, not really my thing. I'm kind of like pale white, not super spicy food type of person. Thank you for 14 months. Welcome back. It was a Canadian thing. Yeah, the Hawaiian pizza is a Canadian thing. And then I'm like, is the Canadian pizza a Canadian thing? I feel like they just be naming things whatever the heck they want, honestly. That time must be NA, right? Yeah. I'm like NA time zone. Usually EST is what I go by. So like, what, 6:24 right now? 6 p.m? Yeah. 6:30. Yeah, it's so early. But yeah, it gets really dark really early here right now, and it's still like a month until it starts getting reversing, I guess. So like getting longer days. Right now the days are getting shorter in terms of how much daylight we get. So it'll probably by the time like December 21st or whatever rolls around, it'll be getting dark at like 4 p.m. Which honestly I don't mind, because like I'm just usually sitting inside in the evening anyways. I'm usually sitting inside during the daytime too, but sometimes in the early afternoon I do like some cleaning and stuff, and I really like doing cleaning when there's natural light coming in through the windows, so I'll try to get cleaning done while there's still some daylight. But most of the rest of what I do is just sitting on my pewter, and I don't really need daylight to do that. It's nice to have daylight, but I don't need it. And then a lot of the time, the work shifts I've been getting a lot of evening ones. Like the next one I have is on Wednesday. I work from like 8 p.m. till midnight. So doing mostly like inventory stuff after the store closes, which I like that shit. My main complaint about those really late shifts is that the transit system doesn't run that late. So far, since the weather is quite nice still, and the roads that I have to walk along to get home are like busy streets that are super well lit, I've just been walking home at like midnight anytime I have those shifts, which is like not that often. But I think once it starts snowing, I'm gonna have to suck it up and start taking like an Uber or something, because I'm not walking. Okay, it's one thing to walk home at midnight once in a while, but it's another thing to walk home at midnight, you know, in like a foot of snow. Like, no, that's just insanity. Okay, I like a nice crisp midnight walk as much as anybody else. I wouldn't do it of my own free will, because I'm not, I don't know, it just feels like a strange thing to do as a woman. I don't think anything bad would happen. I live in a pretty safe neighborhood, but you know, I would never just be like at midnight look at the clock and be like, let's go for an evening stroll. But since I'm cheap and don't want to spend money to take an Uber home, I'm like, oh well, I'll walk home. It's actually like a pretty nice walk, and it's pretty peaceful. And so far the weather's been like weather that I like, where it's like cool, it's not raining or anything, so it's like a nice cool peaceful little walk home in the middle of the night. But yeah, I've been getting a lot of evening shifts, which I like because I'm obviously a bit of a night owl. It just means I can't stream on those days, but that's fine. But then I sometimes have shifts like today where I work in the early afternoon for a few hours, so then I can come home and still stream as long as I'm, you know, up for it. Well, we'll see how long I last today. I think I lucked out today because I didn't have to do a lot of talking at work. They ended up giving me the task of folding a lot of stuff today, so I just spent a lot of my time folding stuff today and organizing stuff today, as opposed to being like checking out customers and like speaking a lot to customers. So I got to save my voice a little bit today, which was nice. And I also just really enjoy like folding and organizing. I don't know, it's just like I don't mind it at all, and so that worked out pretty well for me today. Hello, as hazmat rep, hello. Waxing my snowboard most of the day. How long does it take to wax a snowboard? Does it really take that long? Don't you just kind of like rub some wax on it and then it's good to go? Like, doesn't that, how long could that possibly take? I had a snowboard once. I used to snowboard back in the day. I wonder if I still could. Is snowboarding like riding a bike? Like if I just went out and rented a snowboard at like a ski resort or something, you guys think I could do it? It's been a while. It's been years. I used to go with my sister and my dad when I was like a teenager, I want to say. I think. Yeah. And so I used to be able to snowboard. In theory, I still could, but it has been probably like a decade or more since I've done it. And I don't know, it'd be funny to try, low-key. I'm not even sure if I live near somewhere I could go. I mean, I live in Canada and probably do live somewhere close to like a ski resort or something. I can't imagine I'm too far away from one at any given moment. Not necessarily a good one, but I'm sure there's something. And just go and like report back on stream, hey guys, I bruised my entire butt cheeks trying to snowboard, but turns out I'm old and out of shape and I can't do it anymore. Yay! The whole stream is just me at the standing desk. I'm just standing at the desk because I can't sit on my butt cheeks. What was on Bin Laden's hard drive? That sounds like a question for, I don't know, top intelligence agents, and probably not a random Canadian anime girl on twitch.tv. But, you know, what do I know, honestly? If I had to guess, there's probably some hentai on there, right? right? Everybody got some hentai on their hard drive, surely. No, wait, no, you don't keep that on the hard drive. No, you keep that on the external drive. Keep that on the SSDs. Yeah. Hard drive space is too hard to come by. Yeah, especially, you know, keep it on the external drive or like a USB. You know, it's kind of like you can take it anywhere with you, right? You put it on the hard drive, it's kind of stuck on your computer, right? You need something a little more, you know, you want that shit to go. You want to be able to, like, you know, oh, I gotta go traveling, I want to take my hentai folder with me, oh, I'll just take this USB with me, you know. Think work smarter, not harder. I heard he was a gamer and had stuff like CSGO on it. I can't tell if you're fucking trolling, honestly. I don't know anything about that. I have no idea. I don't know anything about all that. I barely know who Bin Laden is, guys. Like, that's just not my area of expertise, believe it or not. I know. The Canadian gamer, yapper, anime girl isn't an expert on Bin Laden. Actually crazy. Like, get good. My nose is stuffier than I thought it would be for this. Okay, I gotta mute and blow my nose again. Alright, I'm good for now. Until I'm not. Anyways. Burn it on CD! You're kinda aging yourself with that one, but I also used to, back in the day, burn stuff on CDs. I didn't burn too many CDs. It was more something that my mom did. Because I think around the time I got to an age where I would want to be burning CDs, I think iPods started coming out and being kind of a thing, right? And so I had more of like an iPod, and oh my god, do you guys remember LimeWire? Right? Getting all your music on LimeWire, and then there's like a 50% chance that you download it, and instead of the music that you're looking for, it's just the audio, and it's like, I did not have sexual relations with that woman. Did anyone tell you how cute you are? No. I feel like they should. Hey, Twitch chat, you guys gotta get it together, because they kind of asking me if anybody's called me cute over on the YouTube. They might be saying that just to set me up and be like, oh, that's probably because you're ugly, bitch. Imagine. That's the kind of joke I make. I feel like other people are nicer than me. I wouldn't say that to another person. That's more like the kind of joke I make to myself. You smell so bad, Sean. Shut up. Sean's like my #1 fan. I have the screenshot. I have the screenshot of before I started to stream, and I just had OBS open, and Sean, my mod, he's just sitting there spamming. He's like, go live right now, Madge, go live right now, Madge, go live right now, Madge. And I'm like, I'm not even late. I'm literally not. I'm not even supposed to stream for like 15 minutes, bro. Like, chill. I haven't even made my iced coffee yet, bro. My biggest fan and my biggest hater all in one, honestly. Ancient tech right there. Yeah, burning CDs, LimeWire, all of it. But yeah, my mom used to burn CDs, and I think because she used them in her car. So back then, around that time, I was too young to drive myself. I didn't have a car, obviously, because I was like 13. And I think, you know, like the Walkmans, where you could put like a CD in and headphones. I think those were like slightly before my time. I think at one point my mom did lend me one that she had, like when I couldn't find my iPod and I wanted to go out for a walk or something. But I'm whatever generation, they grew up more with like the iPods, right? I don't know, I'm a millennial. I'm like a young millennial, I suppose. But I grew up more with iPods than like the CD players and stuff. But yeah, my mom used to use the CDs in her car, so she'd burn all like her favorite songs onto like a mix CD. She had she liked all the 80s music, so she'd have all these like random like top 80 songs burnt onto a CD, and she'd have them like handwritten on the case, like what song was what and shit. And honestly, they were like bangers, low key. She made some real bangers, I gotta say. But you know, iPod easier to work with, honestly. And now I can't remember the last time I had a separate music player, because I think around the time I got a job in high school, I've always had my own phone because I just paid for it myself, and I've always had iPhones, so I just use it as a music player as well. So I don't know, it's kind of like an all-in-one thing now, which I kind of appreciate. Thank you for doing God's work of making sure she's on time, sir. You can't. If I wanted to be late, I would be late. Nobody can force me to be on time. I'm the kind of person that likes being on time, though. Actually, funny enough, I was at work so early the other day. I went super early because I work at a mall, right? I work at a store in a mall, and they also have a Starbucks at the mall, right? So you can see where this is going. But my feet have been kind of hurting in the shoes that I have, because I think the shoes that I have, they're more for like walking shoes. They don't have very much cushion or support on the bottom of the foot, because I bought them to walk either outside or on my treadmill for like an hour or two at a time. They're not really meant to be on my feet for like 4, 5, 6 hours at a time. And it's, you know, becoming really apparent when I'm working that they're not meant for that. And so I went to the mall like an hour before I worked, because I wanted to get Starbucks, obviously. And then I wanted to go see if any stores had like gel soles to put in my shoes, so that hopefully it'd add a bit of cushion and make it a little easier to stand for like hours and hours at a time. Luckily, I don't get like really long shifts. I'm usually not working 7 or 8 hours at a time. Most of the shifts that I'm getting are like 5 hours or 4 hours sometimes. So luckily I don't have to stand for like really long periods of time, but I was just like, you know, a little extra cushion on my feeties would be nice. So that took a lot less time than I thought it would. It was like 5 minutes. I was like, oh, I found some gel soles. So I was at work like 45 minutes early, sitting in the back eating snacks and drinking my Starbucks, and my manager comes in. She's like, wait, do you start soon? I thought you didn't start until like, you know, whatever time it was. And I was like, oh, you're right. No, I just you know, came here early to get some gel soles, and it took me way less time than I thought it would. And she's like, oh, okay. She thought she was like missing something. She's a mall cop? Yo, that'd be a sick job. I never actually watched the movie, you know, like Paul Blart Mall Cop or whatever it's called. But you know where he's like rolling around on the, what are those things called? Segways? I want to ride one of those. But like, imagine me just like riding around the mall on a little Segway and just like, I don't know, bonking shoplifters on the head or something. I think that'd be a great job. Wouldn't that be so fun? I don't know. What do mall cops really do? Do they deal with shoplifters? I know we have mall security. I don't know exactly what their job entails. I don't know. I don't mind folding pants. I like, sometimes I go into work and I just spend a couple hours folding pants and then I leave. Or like putting shirts on hangers or something, or like folding shirts or something, you know, just like chill, you know, mindless stuff. Sometimes I have to speak to customers. That's probably the worst part of my job, honestly, is interacting with customers. Most of the customers I've dealt with so far have been pretty nice though. I don't think I've had any real Karens or anything. I mean, I haven't worked there too long yet, so, you know, but so far, most of the customers have been quite nice. They've been pretty nice to me, so that's good. I appreciate that. Jello! Hello! Welcome in, welcome in. Tiny lizard on Segway. I think it'd be really fun. But yeah, if anybody has a Segway, can I borrow it? I just want to like I just want around on the sidewalk. Just go for like a little does anybody actually use those unironically? They seem kind of fun, but I don't know if I would use one. Because I feel like anywhere that I would use a Segway, like why wouldn't I just walk? Seems like it'd be better to just walk, right? No? You be yapping? I do be yapping. Unfortunately, I sound like shit while I'm yapping today, but I don't know. I was like, oh, it's been a million years since I streamed. It's been, if you don't count the stream that I did with Nikki, it's been like maybe 2 weeks, which honestly feels like a really long time. Okay, and especially in the streaming content creation sphere, people will forget about you very quickly. I know not all of you guys are gonna forget about me the moment I like take a break for like a week or something, especially those of you that have been here for like a year or two. Like you guys are kind of committed, you're kind of stuck with me at this point, unfortunately. But you know, any new people that maybe they've only been around for like a week or two, they're like, oh, let's check out this new streamer. Oh, she's cute, she got booba, you know, she'd be yapping. And then I disappear for like 2 weeks, bro. They're gonna find someone new, they're gonna forget I exist, right? I'm like, no, wait, come back, I want you guys to hang out. Segways will disappoint you, they aren't fun. Okay, but I still want to try one. I want to confirm it firsthand. You know, it's like one of those things like, yeah, you know, everyone could tell me it sucks, but I want to experience it sucking for myself before I can confirm that. You know what I mean? You know? Okay, this reminds me though, did you guys ever have those Heelys? The shoes with like the little wheels in them, and you kind of just like, you know what I mean? I had a pair of those back in the day, probably when I was like 12. And it's really funny because when you first get them, it's super hard to balance properly and use like the little wheels. But then once you get the hang of it, it's kind of fun. You're like, until you hit like a rock and then you're like, you like fall, you eat shit on the sidewalk or something. Those are kind of fun though. I thought those were kind of a fun idea. I don't know if they still sell them though. Guys, wait, should I get a pair? Should I get a pair of Heelys? If they still exist, somebody want to fund me getting a pair of Heelys and I'll like, I don't know, stream me using them and eating shit in my apartment, question mark. I don't even know if they still exist. I can't afford to buy them myself though, probably. Wait, let me see. Because these were a thing. God, this is like almost 20 years ago, really. Not the Heelys! Not at all. Listen. Do they sell them in adult sizes, actually? That's the real question. I don't think my shoe size has actually changed much since I was 12. Maybe like gone up a size or two, but I think I was mostly fully grown by the time I was like 13. Yo, wait, they still exist. Let's go. All right, sized. How are these sized? Where's like the women's? Women? A 10 maybe? I don't know what size. I'm usually like a 9, 9.5, maybe a 10 in some shoes. No, so these are so ugly, bro. They got ones that got like RGB around like the bottom. They probably look cooler in person, but on the website they look so ugly. They have ones with elf on the shelf, bro. What the fuck are they doing, bro? Honestly, some of these are a lot. They're like on sale. Some of these are like $44. Is this American dollars? That's probably American dollars. I haven't seen a pair in who knows how long. That's what I'm saying. It's been so long. Go, should I get the RGB Heelys? If you see some random woman on the street in Canada one day, running down the street on some RGB Heelys, guys, it might be me. It might be me. Imagine I show up to work in these. I start healing around my job. I don't think they'd let me, bro. I don't think they'd like that. They'd be like, those aren't work safe. You can't wear those. And I'm like, what do you mean? They're you know, closed-toed. You know, I actually don't have to necessarily wear specific shoes at my job, but since it's cold out, I do be wearing normal shoes. Had to blow my nose again. I was getting too stuffy. Callie is not a true gamer talking shit about RGB. Guys, I love RGB, but I don't know. I think it might just be the way that they're pictured on the website just makes them look shitty. I bet they look probably a lot cooler IRL, realistically. It's just like, you know, sometimes product photos be kind of ass. Whoever taking these product photos, I don't know, hire me instead or something. Random boomer white woman on Heelys, bro. It's giving the vibe of hello fellow kids. I am way too old to be wearing Heelys. If I fall, I'm gonna break a hip. You know what I'm saying? But it'd be funny. I honestly think a lot of the people I work with at my job think I'm younger than I am, because a lot of them have been asking me. There's like a college or a university in or near the city that I live in or work in, and a couple of them have asked me if I'm a student there. And I know you can be a student at a college or a university at any age, but usually if people are older than like the generic age, you don't like naturally just ask them if they're a student there. You'd be more like, oh, like, what do you do outside of working here? And I'd be like, I'm an anime girl on the internet. But a lot of them have asked me like, oh, do you go to this school? And I was like, no, I graduated a bajillion years ago. What do you I'm just here, man. I'm just a chill guy. I'm just a chill gal. You know what I mean? I'm just a chill gal. That attire violates store policy. Please wear normal tennis shoes. Yeah, we actually don't really have to wear specific shoes for the most part. The only time we have to wear like regular like closed-toed shoes, like kind of like what you'd think of. Basically, I just wear like basic running walking shoes that I own to work, and I just wear the same shoes all the time. And those would be the kind of shoes that you do specifically have to wear if you're doing like inventory stuff in the back and like climbing the ladder and, you know, stuff like that, where it's more important. But when you're just out front doing like folding clothes or interacting with customers or like checking customers out at the cash register, you can actually wear whatever you want. I could wear like Crocs if I wanted to. I could wear like flip-flops if I wanted to, if it you know, worked with my outfit or whatever. Like, it doesn't really matter. But since it's kind of cool out, you know, it's almost December in Canada, it's not like I'm wearing Crocs. Maybe Crocs with socks. Actually, do people wear Crocs with socks? Or is that kind of like wearing sandals with socks? Is that kind of like a no-go? Guys, I don't have a pair of Crocs. I kind of feel like that would be a banger work shoe though. I'm kind of tempted to get a pair. They'd also be good for like if I just need to walk outside quickly in my apartment building to like take out the trash or something. Or if I just wanted to slip something on to go to the laundry room in my building. I feel like Crocs would be low-key a banger. But like I can wear pretty much whatever I want for footwear at work, as long as if I'm gonna have to do like some inventory stuff, I have a pair of like proper shoes. But yeah, I just wear the same shoes for everything right now, because those are like the shoes I'd wear outside right now because it's cold. I'm not gonna wear sandals. I need Crocs, guys. I need Crocs. I'd look so good in some Crocs, guys. I think I could really pull off a pair of Crocs, guys. I think that'd be like, guys, I don't know, man. I used to think Crocs were really ugly and lame, but like I kind of see the appeal of them now. Like, I still don't think they're the most attractive shoe, obviously, but I feel like they're not meant to look really, really, really cool. I feel like they're very practical. And the older I get, the more I love practical shit. I'm like, oh, that'd be so practical. Oh, you know what I mean? It's like as you get older, you get like really excited about like a new vacuum or some shit. You're like, oh, new vacuum. Ah. Or like that's not just me, right? You guys get excited about cleaning products? Not just me. I actually really kind of low-key need a new vacuum, or I wonder actually, I feel like my vacuum just needs some maintenance because I have a Dyson that I bought like a decade ago and it kind of works like shit now, and I feel like it can be saved. I feel like it can be saved, but I don't know how. I don't know, it maybe needs like a really good clean or some maintenance on it or something. But yeah, I need to get that either fixed or at some point get a new vacuum. I don't got the new vacuum money right now though. Do you play Wuthering Waves? Oh boy, do I ever. I wuther some waves. I wuther all the waves. I do. I play a few gacha games. I've been kind of slacking. Oh my god, I'm like way more stuffy than I expected to be tonight. Oh my god. It's okay, it's okay. Today's like a short comeback stream, we'll call it. I'll probably stream again tomorrow. I don't work again until Wednesday, so I might do some short streams like today, tomorrow, Tuesday type of thing. And then I have a weird shift on Wednesday where I work at like 8 p.m. till midnight. So I'll just kind of rot the day away on Wednesday and then go work my shitty little night shift and then come home. You know. And I think by the time, you know, we're in midweek this week, I think I should be fully over this fuck ass cold. And if I'm not, I might just jump out my window. Just kidding, there's a screen. It'd be kind of inconvenient to do that. But yes, I do play Wuthering Waves. So the gacha games I actually keep up with on a daily basis, or like a near daily basis. There we go, I did it. Wuthering Waves, Zenless Zone Zero, and Honkai Star Rail. I do have other gacha games I used to keep up with a lot more, but I've kind of been slacking lately because, I mean, especially with this new job that I've been working, you know, I got a lot going on sometimes, so I'm like, I don't have time to play like 8 gacha games every day. Sometimes I play Nikkei, sometimes I play Reverse 1999. If I'm feeling feisty, once a month I open Genshin Impact. I've really fallen off the Genshin Impact in recent months, recent year, so honestly, if we're being honest. What else do I have? Yeah, those are probably the main ones, but yeah, I keep up with kind of 3 of them very consistently, and Wuthering Waves is one of them. I love Woo-Wah! Woo-Wah! It's fun, it's fun. I've been sick for 2 weeks. I hope you get better soon. I've been sick. It's not been too long. I think it's been since Wednesday-ish. It's just like the timing of it was really inconvenient because I was already kind of away from stream for a week or so because I had Nikki visiting from Yeehaw Land. And I was like, okay, I'm already kind of not streaming really that week. And then as soon as I send him back to Yeehaw Land, I'm sick and I can't talk and my throat hurts. And I'm like, bro, so now it's gonna be even longer until I can stream again. Because it's like, yeah, I could stream, but I'm just gonna be coming here and hey, chat. Like, nobody wants that. Plus, it would probably really hurt my throat when my throat was still sore. And that would have been... Nobody wants that. It's like gonna make it last longer too, right? Because obviously the last thing you want to do when you're sick is overdo it, especially when it comes to like sore throat type of stuff or like a cough. the last thing you want to do is be like talking or yelling or like anything like that that's gonna like irritate it even more. So I was just like grumpily sitting there like drinking tea and eating hot soup for a couple of days, and like just eating an entire package of cough drops and drinking a bunch of water and blowing my nose. I actually had this thought to myself this morning. I looked at the little trash bin in my bedroom, and all it is full of like used tissues because I've just been blowing my nose consistently for several days. And I just looked at it, I was like, this is probably what an average teenage boy's trash bin looks like. I wouldn't know because I've never lived with a teenage boy or been a teenage boy, but I just was like, this gotta be what they trash cans look like, just used tissues everywhere. Mine's for a different reason than theirs would be, but I don't know, I thought it was kind of like funny. I don't know, sickness. I don't know, maybe I think it's funnier than it is because I'm like sick and like loopy, but I was like I go to wanting just reliable and comfy good items 2 or 3 years ago. Yeah, I still want stuff that's like looks good to some extent, but I think especially by the time you get to your 20s, at least for me, I found like some brands of clothing especially, and like particular items that they sell, and I pick some and I like them, and you know, I buy them forever and ever and ever. So probably the best example I can think of for that is I usually buy my pants, my leggings that I wear from Lululemon. You guys know Lululemon? It's the white girl store. And they're kind of expensive if you've ever shopped there, so you know, but the thing is that their pants last fucking forever. I've tried to find similar pants that are, you know, kind of the same but cheaper, and for some reason they just never last. And so I've gotten to the point where I'm like, I might as well just spend the money on the Lululemon ones and just kind of, you know, suck it up. But they last like a long time, and so I've been buying those same pants from there for like 15 years. They've never discontinued the pants that I buy, and they've only come out with like more options for them, and they always come out with like new colors. So if I'm feeling feisty, I can get something that's not just plain black, you know, switch up my NPC wardrobe. Oh my god, she's not wearing plain black pants and a plain white shirt. Oh my god, she's wearing navy blue pants today. Oh my god, she a freak. She crazy. But yeah, so I just like find stuff that I like, not just with clothing, but everything. And then I buy it until I can't buy it anymore. I hate when stuff I like gets changed or discontinued. I remember one time there was this one particular soup I really like a canned soup. It's the you know, like the big cans of Campbell's soup. They have this one that's like, what is it called? Some sort of cream soup. I can't think of what it's called. I don't know, but it's one of their cream soups. And one time, I didn't even know that they changed the recipe. One time I bought it and I opened the can and it looked like a slightly different color. And I was like, no, maybe I'm just misremembering like the color, you know, maybe it's just always been this color. And then I heated it up and I ate some of it and I was like, nah, this tastes different. Like, not bad. It doesn't taste like it's gone bad or anything. And the soup was still good for, you know, years. So I was like, okay, it just tastes slightly different. And I did not like that. And I looked it up and they had changed the recipe. And I was not very happy with that. and I got used to it eventually, but like you just get very used to something being a very specific way. And then like I just one day it was different. I was like, what the fuck is this? I ran out of stuff to blow my nose with, so I actually have to go get more stuff to blow my nose with, because I keep having to blow my nose. I didn't think I would have to do it that much. I thought I was mostly done being sick, but I think I'm just getting trolled because I'm trying to stream, and it's like, what if your nose just got really runny again? And I was like, what if it didn't? Okay, I'll just be right back. Hold up. Do I have a sticky note for my forehead? I won't be very long. All right, no doing anything crazy. I'm gonna be gone for like 30 seconds. Alright, I'm back. I doubt you guys had time to do anything crazy. I'd be surprised if you did. Okay. You got 4 Charizard EXs. Wait, like IRL? Are you guys talking about the TCG Pocket app? Actually, I haven't logged into that today. I gotta open my booster packs. I haven't really done anything today. Normally I would have done my gacha, like logged into my gacha games and then like my little daily tasks and whatnot by now, but I basically just woke up, went to work, came home, had something to eat, decided I was gonna stream at 6, posted about streaming at 6, made iced coffee, and then streamed. I probably could have done like my gacha stuff on stream. I was like, I don't really want to. I'm just gonna like check in, say hi, we'll like yap a bit, see how long I last, see how long my voice lasts, see how sick I end up feeling. I usually have been feeling better in the evenings. I feel like that's a pretty standard thing when it comes to like respiratory illness, you know, when you're like stuffy especially. I find that I always feel better by the end of the day, and then like when I lay down and I'm sleeping, I feel like I always feel more congested and stuffy, especially when I wake up after being like that for a while. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like that's a thing. Okay, hi. I don't need your butt in my face. Get off. No, I don't want to see your butthole. What the fuck? What is it with cats and being like, yo, what if I shoved my entire butthole in your face? And I'm like, yo, what if you didn't? I love having cats. They're so freaking cute, but oh my god, I don't want to see your butthole. Yeah, Pocket. Ooh, I've gotten some very pretty full arts in the TCG Pocket thing. I haven't actually played the game, like battled. I just open booster packs to feel something, and then I close it. Why is my cat yelling at me? Did you guys hear that? She just screamed at me and then left. She demands. What is she demanding? We don't know. What do we want? I don't know. When do we want it? Now. Cats, honestly. They don't know what they want, but they want it immediately. My mouth is getting dry from all the yapping. Yeah, don't let me forget to open TCG Pocket or whatever. How does the battling in that work? Isn't it just like, instead of like the 60 cards that you would normally have in your deck for Pokemon, Isn't it like 20? Is it just meant to be kind of like a shorter, faster version of playing the regular Pokemon TCG? That's what I've heard secondhand. Don't quote me on that, because like I said, I haven't built a deck in it. I haven't battled anybody in it. I literally open the little booster packs, and then leave. I just want to collect the pretty cards, okay? I'm a very simple person. It's like me with the like physical cards, the physical Pokemon cards. I'm like, I just want to collect pretty cards. And it's like I found a new shop near me that sells a bunch of random Pokemon single cards, and they have a bunch. They're not like really expensive cards, they're just like random cards that they're selling for like, you know, like 50 cents or like $1. And I got a few the other week, and they're just like random cards that I think are cute. There's like a random normal Dratini or something. I was like, oh, Dratini, so cute. And they're like 50 cents. And I was like, banger. And there was like a fat Pikachu, like one of the, I don't know if it'd be like a first edition or something, but like an old Pikachu card where he's fat, you know, fat Pikachu. I love fat Pikachu. It was like a random basic fat Pikachu for like $1 or something. I was like, fuck yeah, I need that. You know, I just like cute cards. Obviously, like the really nice, pretty full art cards are also very nice, and I like getting those. But I also just like any random cute card, especially if it's a Pokemon I like, which is like the cute ones. I'm a very simple person. I swear, as soon as I started stream, all my symptoms started coming back to me. I just like hacked up a lung. Don't mind me. I'm so dramatic, it's not that bad. They want world domination. Wait, who wants world domination? I want world domination. Ooh woo. Hi, Holy Father. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good, what day of the week is it? Good weekend? What's today? Sunday? I don't know. I don't really know what day of the week it is most of the time. I just know, basically in my brain, I'm like, is today a stream day? Is today a day that I have a work shift? I don't know what day it is. I just know whether I have to do things or not do things. Ah, the joy of not having a normal 9 to 5. I don't know what a weekend is. I don't know what a weekday is. I don't know what day it is ever. I'm just like, it's a day where I do things. It's a day where I don't do things. But even a day where I don't do things is still a day where I do things, if that makes sense. It's just I don't do things that make me money, I guess. You know, because streaming does technically fall under the category of things that make me money once in a while. And, you know, my job does make me money. That's why I have it. But the other things that I do, like, obviously I still have to take care of. I have to do laundry, right? I have to like clean my apartment once in a while. Sometimes I have to go grocery shopping. So I still have to do stuff. Normal adult responsibility stuff, which is super lame. Who wants to do normal adult responsibilities? Not me. But sadly, I must once in a while. Smudge. I did not do that yesterday. I did nothing yesterday. Did I? No. I watched all of Arcane season 2 yesterday. That's what I did. I won't give any spoilers because I know that all of the episodes, or like the most recent episodes especially, just came out, and that's kind of why I sat down and watched the whole thing in one go, because I'm like that. I like binge watching stuff. So no spoilers, because I'm sure not everyone has seen everything that wants to, so we'll just say no spoilers. But that shit was a banger. That shit slapped. It was so good. Oh my god, I was just sitting here just like staring at my monitor the whole time, just like completely like I feel like the first few episodes were like super good, and then the next couple episodes were good, but like not as good, and then I feel like the last couple episodes were like super good, and then like you're kind of like at the end of the season and you're like, oh. And yeah, it was kind of crazy. Is there gonna be more Arcane? I feel like they could leave it there and it would be fine, but I also feel like they could continue it. It's not like after season 1 where it was like very obvious that we're setting it up for a season 2. I don't really know what the plans for it are. I think Riot should just give up on their video games and just make TV shows. I think that would be great for everybody, low-key. If I randomly stop talking and make a weird face, just know I'm blowing my nose. Just know that that's what's happening, in case that wasn't obvious. The streamer has returned after M-pregging a man for a week straight. Yeah! I spent a week M-pregging a man, and then I spent another half of a week being sick. Yay! I think I got an STD from M-pregging the man. That's what STDs like give you a cold, right? That's a thing. Actually, I don't know. I don't know if that's a thing. I don't have an STD, guys. That's a joke. I have a cold. I have a normal cold or COVID. I don't know. I didn't take a test, but I don't think it's COVID. I still have a sense of smell, unfortunately. On the topic of sense of smell though, do you know how many times Nikki farted in my vicinity when he was here? I don't know what was I feeding that man when he was here that he tried to trap me one time too. He tried to do the thing. He tried to like put a blanket over me. What is it called when you do that? When you like put a blanket over somebody and then also over yourself, and then you like fart under the blanket and trap them there. There's a name. He tried to do that to me. And I was like, you're never coming over again. You're not invited to hang out at my place anymore. Like, what are you doing? But yeah, I don't know. He was tooting while he was here. And so anyways, I'm pretty sure I don't have COVID because I still have a sense of smell. I could still smell his stinky farts, and then my cat keeps taking stinky poops and I can still smell her stinky poops. So that's how I know I probably don't have COVID. That's a good measure, right? Realistically, I should probably take a COVID test if I wanted to know, but like knowing doesn't really change anything. I'm just gonna stay in my little room and drink my little tea and mind my little business. And like when I had to go to work the other day and today, I wore a mask so that I wouldn't make my coworkers sick or anything. So it doesn't really change what I would do, even if I knew if it was COVID or a cold, but I don't think it's COVID. It's way too mild. I mean, I guess it still could be, especially I've had like a bunch of boosters. I don't know, I've never had COVID actually, to my knowledge. Who knows? I don't know, I just feel like everybody I know who's had COVID, they describe it as like way worse than what I have right now. So I'm like, and like this is exactly how colds I've had in the past are. So I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's just a cold. I'm dying, chat. Can I have $10 million? Literally so dramatic. I'm gonna head out. It's a bit early for me. 1:10 a.m. Oh yeah, it's late for you. That's like my normal, that's not even my normal bedtime, but like for a normal person that's quite late. My brain doesn't let me sleep, but I have school today. Have a nice rest of your stream. Thank you. I hope you fall asleep soon and have a good day at school and learn lots of stuff and get really good grades. Yeah. Will you be paying child support for him, or did you just Venmo him $20? I'm Canadian, we don't have Venmo. I bought him a nice meal. I took him to Tim Hortons and I let him pick whatever he wanted off the menu. So I think I'm good to go on the child support. I don't think he's gonna keep the baby that I got him mpreg with anyways. I don't think he's gonna keep it, guys. I think he's gonna go to the clinic and deal with it. But yeah, no, I don't think Canadians have Venmo. What's the other one? Oh, Cash App. I don't think we have Cash App either. Those are like the things, because in Canada we have e-transfer, so you can send other, I guess, people with Canadian bank accounts, you can send them money from your bank account just directly to their bank account using this method. And so we don't really need Cash App or Venmo, I suppose. I think that's why Americans have those things, is because it's like something to use that's kind of the same thing as that. I don't know. So yeah, I think the only way I have to like transfer somebody money that's not somebody I know IRL, that's like I would send them money from my bank IRL to their bank IRL, is like PayPal, which is fine. I think a lot of people use PayPal anyways. But yeah, no Cash App, no Venmo. So I guess I could PayPal him $20 for the baby, for the mpreg baby. Yeah, e-transfer, yeah. That's great for like people that you know IRL, but like I am not e-transferring. Like, I don't know, I wouldn't use e-transfer the same way I'd use like a Cash App or a Venmo, and definitely not the same way that I use PayPal. Obviously my PayPal is under like a completely separate identity. I know, surprising. Callie Kazahana is not her government name. Yeah, no, trust me guys, it is. This is my actual government name. Actually, do you think there's somebody out there named Callie Kazahana for real? Do you think I did an identity theft when I made this name up? Wouldn't that be funny? I mean, honestly, there's people out there with like really funny names, low-key. Like, I'm trying to think of one that would be kind of realistic. There's gotta be somebody, I'm imagining somebody whose name is like Richard, so like Dick, with some last name that's like, or like first name Harry and then last name Peter, right? You know, like some nonsense like that. That's what I'm thinking. Like, I don't know, there's definitely people out there with very funny names, but anybody out there named Callie Kazahana? Probably not. Maybe. Honestly, I feel like every name exists at some point. My nose hurts, guys. What do I gotta do to get a nice house husband to come take care of me when I'm sick? Like a nice little house husband who will make me a nice little hot tea with some honey in it, and he'll like stir it up all nice, and he'll bring it to me, and he'll be like, "Here, sweetheart," or whatever the fuck people say. And here's your tea. I hope you feel better soon. And I don't know. I don't know what else they would do. I don't know what people do. I don't know, man. I'm trying to imagine what it's like to be in like a cute, loving relationship or something, and I'm like, I don't know, man. What would a cute, loving, healthy marriage look like? I've never been in one. I've never been in a marriage, period. Okay, dude, it's actually crazy because I was talking to my one coworker today, but this has happened a few times, and basically every time I talk to a coworker who's like the same age as me, they're like married with kids. I feel like there's kind of two groups of coworkers that I have, and it's like half of them are like students or something, so they're like university students, so they're like you know, between the age of like 18 and I don't know, 23 or something. And so they work there, you know, part-time while they go to school or something. And then there's like the other age group where they're kind of closer to my age, 25 plus or so, you know, no need to get too specific, right? And yeah, they're like the ones with like married with kids and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? I feel like I can't fully relate to any group, because all the ones that are younger, I mean, I can relate to them still and get along just fine, but like, you know, they're younger, they're still students, you know, they're still figuring their life out, you know, they're probably a lot more full of energy than me, and they're, you know, they're like doing their own thing. And then there's like the people in my age group, but they're all like married with kids, and they're all like domestic, and they're like got their lives figured out. They have like a day job and they just work at this place on the side, right, just for some extra money. And like, I'm like, okay. I just feel like I'm like I don't know what the term I'm looking for, but I feel like, I mean, I just don't want, I think, the same thing or things that a lot of people my age kind of want. Like, it's very common when you get into like your late 20s or like your early 30s or so, you know, people be like, oh, I want to get married and I want to start a family and have kids and I want my career figured out. And I'm like, I don't know, man, I'm just kind of vibing. I'm not trying to have kids, like, you know, maybe one day if the opportunity presents itself, I'd get married, but I'm not like super pressed about it, right? I have to blow my nose again. Can't even yap properly. Gotta stop to blow my nose every few minutes. This is so awful.
It's been a year already? Time really flies. Kalika9 Lizard Jam Kalika9 Pedro.
Wow, time does really fly. Sorry, I was blowing my nose when you resubbed. Thank you for the resub, Cat. Welcome back for 12 months. A year. A whole year. Oh. I need to be rich if I want kids. Yeah, that's something I don't understand too, is how are people affording kids? Cause I can barely afford my own ass. Like, what the hell? I'm fighting for my life with these vet bills. Like, what the fuck? It's actually kind of ironic because I'm probably gonna end up pushing back. I had a dentist appointment for myself scheduled in January sometime that was probably gonna run me $300 or $400, and I'm probably gonna end up pushing that back by several months to pay for my cat's dental work. And I'm like, damn, these cats don't even know. They don't even know the sacrifices I make. If my teeth fall out of my head, you know, I just want these cats to know I did it for them. No, I'll be fine. Worst case scenario, I have like a cavity or something, maybe. I'm not sure. I don't think that I do. I'm just due for like x-rays and like a checkup and like cleaning and everything, which is why it's gonna run me a couple $100. But as far as I know, I have no issues. No, well, nothing that's noticeable, I guess. Like, if I have a cavity, it's not one that's bad enough to cause me pain, right? So it'll be maybe if they find one, then there is one, but it's not like I'm like, oh yeah, ow, my teeth hurt, my face hurts, you know. I am not desperate for that appointment. Whereas like my kitty, her teethies hurt, she needs to get the teethies out because the teethies hurt. I can barely afford my own survival. Yeah, that's where I'm at. Like, we were like buying homes and having kids and getting married, and I'm like, that's cool and all, but how are you guys affording this? Maybe they have proper careers. Maybe they got their shit figured out, but not me. Luckily, I don't really need to, so as long as I can kind of get by, I can kind of like, I don't know, skate by or just barely get by, that's okay. Obviously that's not, I'd prefer to do more than just get by. That's probably my biggest qualm with my life right now, is that I want to do more than just get by. I like what I'm doing in terms of like actual, oh god, it'd be nice to breathe properly. What was I saying? In terms of, I guess, what I actually do on a day-to-day basis, in terms of being an anime girl on the internet and making content and stuff. And honestly, even my part-time job right now, I don't mind too much. It's definitely the least horrible part-time job I've ever had, at least like retail wise, because technically I did have a part-time job as a teaching assistant when I was a student, and I liked that one. I think probably was my favorite, but honestly this one's probably second place because it's less miserable than all the other ones that I've had. So honestly, if they would let me stay beyond just being a seasonal employee and just give me like a shift a week, I wouldn't mind that. I like to keep my discount. I have a discount. I like it. I do a little shopping from time to time with my paychecks because we get a discount where I work, and I'm like, ooh, well, let me take a little look and see, you know. I try not to spend all of my paychecks though on stuff where I work, but you know, I'm only human. Sometimes I want to spend my money. Unless a sugar mommy is taking the family financial. If she wants 10 kids, then I'm down to have 10 kids. Hey, you still have to take care of the 10 kids, but I suppose if she's covering all the bills, you could be like a stay-at-home parent, you know? Or you could get like a nanny or a couple nannies. Honestly, 10 kids is a lot. My cat's probably doing something she shouldn't. I can't tell what she's doing. I don't know. She's making noise in the closet, and I feel like she's probably doing something she shouldn't. I feel like the rules for pets and the rules for children are the same. If they disappear and you don't hear from them for a while, or they disappear and you hear a strange noise, they're up to something. I don't know. I'll figure it out later. She's probably breaking something. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, honestly, financial stuff aside, I don't know how people have more than like 3 or 4 kids. Honestly, I mean, I don't know how people mentally, physically, emotionally care for any amount of kids. Maybe that's the mental illness speaking, because I can barely take care of myself. Even beyond like the financial aspect, it's like just keeping myself in line and keeping on top of the stuff for myself is enough without like adding, you know, like a small human to that. They got like their doctor's appointments. They got, you know, if you have kids in like sports or hobbies or any sort of lessons, and they have like all this stuff that you got to keep track of, and it's like, holy shit, how do you do, like, I genuinely don't know, like people with like 5, 6, 7 kids, especially if you don't have like, you know, like hired help of some sort. I don't know how people are doing that. I can't, like, I don't know, maybe it's like the ADHD parts of my brain or whatever, but just like the thought of keeping tabs on all of that stuff is just like, even just imagining it hurts my brain low-key. Not everyone should be parents too. Yeah, and I suppose the hope is that people who shouldn't be parents and don't want to be parents are the same people. Obviously that's not always the case, and I guess that's where you have stuff like what is it, CPS, Child Protective Services, where, you know, they step in excuse me, and whatnot. But you know, that's, unfortunately, there's probably always going to be people who have kids that maybe shouldn't, because like they don't properly take care of them and whatnot. And you know, I guess in those cases you can only hope that there's either family that's willing to step in and take care of the kids properly, or you know, systems in place like CPS and whatnot to get those kids out and put them in like better places. But you know, sometimes that's just what it is. It's not like you can tell people they can't have kids. Well, like, you can tell people that. You could say you shouldn't have kids, but they don't necessarily have to listen to you, right? And because, you know, I'm sure there's plenty of people who have like a friend or something who's like, oh, you know, I want to have a kid, you know, blah blah blah, and you're like, you and you're like, you know, you want to be like, maybe you shouldn't. But yeah, there's only so much you can do. It's very easy physically to have a kid. You know, you just raw dog it, and eventually probably you'll pop out a kid. Me personally, I'm not trying to do that. Sorry, I'm just staring at my cat. I can't see her, and I think she's in like the top of my closet doing something. I don't know what she's doing. Usually she just goes up there and sleeps, but I can hear her like doing something, and it's very suspicious. I wonder what she's up to. I feel like she's, I don't know, she's probably just playing with her own tail or something, but usually she just goes up there and like curls up and sleeps. Pets are my furry babies. Yeah, I'm not planning to have kids ever, but I feel like I'm always gonna have cats. Like, I like having little dudes that can cuddle me, and like I take care of them, but they're not like a ton of work, right? You make sure they're fed each day, and you clean their litter boxes each day, and you like brush them and play with them. Depending on the cat, you might have to do those things more or less than some other cats. Like most, like my other cat's kind of old, so I don't need to play with her too much because she don't got a ton of extra energy anyways. Like, she'll play a little bit, but more than that, I need to brush her because her fur, she gets like these weird little tufts of fur that I gotta brush out. So she needs to be brushed a lot more than this cat does. The younger cat, the newer cat, she's got very, I don't know how to describe it. She doesn't seem like she really sheds. She doesn't seem like she has, like, genuinely, I haven't had to brush her since I got her. I did brush her a couple times, just like because she likes it. All my cats like being brushed, so sometimes even if they don't need it, I just brush it, and they're like, it's like the, you know, going to the spa for them. It makes them happy. But yeah, no, she doesn't really need to be brushed at all because she's like a short-haired cat, and she's not really shedding or anything, and I'm like, okay, love that for you. But she's young, so she has a lot more energy, so I spend more time like wagging the wand with the little feathers around. So I'm like, wee, and she's like, wow, and she like jumps and grabs it, right? She's a lot more energetic than my older cats, so they have different needs, but they're relatively low maintenance, especially compared to children, like human children. Hi Nix, are you awake now? I was telling chat earlier how I was getting up and getting ready for work earlier, and you hadn't even gone to bed yet, and I was like, this bitch. What is your favorite candy? What is my favorite candy? I don't know if I have. Okay, can you guys hear that? She's doing something. I think she might just be like, yeah, I think I know what she might be doing. So you know how cats like to like scratch their claws on stuff, and you know, normally they're supposed to do it on their scratching posts that's targeted at the cat. And you know, I try to give them lots of cat trees and scratching posts and stuff that they can scratch. but I think she's in the closet scratching. I have these little baskets and they're like made of, I don't know, whatever material, and linen, maybe some sort of linen. And yeah, so these little baskets in my closet that hold miscellaneous items, I think she's up there scratching one of them. The little shit. She's not supposed to scratch those. She's supposed to scratch her scratching posts. Little shithead. Hold on, I gotta blow my nose again. I'm just a sniffly little guy. Just a sniffly little guy today, chat. Okay, favorite candy. Favorite candy. I was gonna answer that and I got distracted by my cat. I don't really have a favorite candy. It kind of changes like day by day and like depending on my mood. So sometimes I'll be like super into sour gummy worms or something, and then another day I'll be like, you know what, I could really go for some, I'm trying to think of another candy that's good. Like some Starburst or something, or like gummy bears, or whatever. It totally depends on my mood and like whether I want something that's more sweet or more sour or more chewy or more hard. And then sometimes I prefer cookies, sometimes I want chips. So I don't necessarily have favorites. I do have stuff that I gravitate towards more than other stuff. Like I do like gummy bears and like gummy snacks in general, and sour gummy worms are a banger. And in terms of chips, I like sour cream and onion chips. And do you guys know what sun chips are? It's like a brand of chip. I really like those. Yeah, those are probably like the main things that I go for. Yeah, I'm not a huge ice cream person, but usually if I'm gonna get ice cream, I get something like cookie dough or one of those ones that's like got brownie pieces or something in it. I love the ice cream with like bits of stuff in it, you know. I'm never gonna get like a plain vanilla or a plain chocolate. I want like sweet little sugary bits of stuff in my ice cream, if that makes sense. What is your lore? Does it connect with your sis's lore? I think we were gonna try to connect our lore somehow. I don't really have like official lore currently, and at some point I'd like to do a lore video, but I need to get to a point where I can afford to get that done. I'd probably need to at least spend some money on art and possibly some editing for the video, because I don't think it would turn out too good if I did it myself. And maybe, honestly, I don't think I'd have to pay anyone to do any voice acting for it, because I feel like a lot of it would be either myself, or if like Nyx makes a cameo, I don't think she'd, you know, I think she'd do it for free. And then if I wanted to have some like narration over the video, ideally I would just bully my mod Sean into doing it, because he does the, like, I don't know if he's actually done much like voice acting stuff. I know it's stuff he wants to get into, but he's like really good at it. And so if I ever do a lore video and I need like a voice just like narrating parts of it, I'm gonna just beg him to do it. And I'd like try to pay him a little bit of money, but like I'm kind of broke, so like maybe he'd accept like 20 bucks. So I don't have like official lore, and I probably won't share too much of the lore until I'm able to make it into like a proper lore video, because not everything that I have in my head that's like lore that I kind of want to be lore might not be relevant, or it might get changed to fit sort of a certain story or whatever. So there's some stuff. The lore is that I'm very cool and smart and tall and sexy and rich and cool. Did I say cool? The lore is that I like iced coffee. That's the lore. That's all you need to know for now. And then, you know, yeah, you know what's funny actually? I think I was like, oh, maybe in 2025, because this year was the year that we got the new model and we debuted the new model, which was like honestly almost 5 months ago. That's crazy. That's actually insane. So that was kind of like the big project for the past year, kind of from like July 2023 to July 2024 was like the new model and all like the matching new emotes and things to go with it. Was kind of like that whole project over that whole year. And I was like, okay, maybe sometime between like 2024 and 2025 we can get a lore video. But if it does happen next year, it might have to be later in the year because I have to spend a bunch of money on my cat at the vet. And I'm like, oh heck, man. So maybe in the second half of 2025 we can look at something like a lore video, especially if we do like a birthday event like I usually do. Depending on how that goes or whatever, we could potentially put it towards that. That could be like the goal. Other options would be like a chibi model, like a custom chibi model or something. I mean, I'm open to if you guys have strong opinions on what you would want to do for that, but that's still like 7 months away, so I'm not actually pressed about that. But those would probably be like the things I think would be the most beneficial, not just to me but to you guys, because obviously lore video I think would be kind of cool. I mean, it's something I genuinely want, but I think it would be nice for you guys to have some official lore to put behind me. Plus my hope would be that it would be like a cool video and you guys would enjoy watching it. I don't know. And then obviously like a chibi model would be fun for me to use and hopefully fun for you guys to watch on the stream. I still really like using like this model though, so I'm not like super pressed about getting you know, a mini version, big head, big forehead looking ass version. I do like chibi models a lot though, but that's I mean, models are expensive in general. Do you like onion rings from BK? You mean Burger King? I don't know. I haven't had onion rings from Burger King in like a bajillion years. I don't really eat Burger King much. The most recent time that I had onion rings was actually... Okay, so I'm Canadian, so we have like A&W. I feel like A&W is probably... You guys might have it elsewhere, but it's like everywhere here. We have a lot of McDonald's and we have a lot of A&W and we have a fuck ton of Tim Hortons, okay? That's what you need to know. And so when Nikki was here, I was like, yo, we can get some A&W onion rings because those bitches kind of good. And he can let you know how they were, but I like them. I think they're good. And so yeah, I don't know. I don't eat onion rings a lot though. And I can't remember the last time I had Burger King. It's just not really my thing. I feel like if I'm gonna have fast food, I usually just get like chicken nuggets from McDonald's, honestly. I'm kind of basic. Do you play Overwatch? Your sis is a pro gamer. I have the game installed. Do I play? Actually, I wonder. No, that's not installed through Steam, I don't think. I was gonna be like, oh, how many hours do I have in Overwatch? It's like 12. No, it might be like 20, honestly. Oh wait, it is through Steam. No, okay, wait, I think I had it installed somewhere else and then I installed it through Steam. So currently, since I've installed it through Steam many months ago, by the way, I have 42 minutes of playtime. So huge. I think my actual playtime overall ever in Overwatch is like 20, maybe 30 hours. But I was thinking of getting together a little group to play some classic Overwatch one day. I was actually gonna do that originally this weekend, like plan it for this weekend, but obviously me being a sicky wicky little thing, that didn't happen. So I have to double check when the Overwatch Classic is ending and then message people and try to get people together. Ideally, I guess it'd be like a 6 stack, because Overwatch Classic has 6v6, right? I want to play, I don't know what I want to play actually. I don't even know what characters are in the Classic. I'll play whatever because I don't play and I'm bad, and I'll just run around like an idiot. How about that? That's the plan. But yeah, my sister definitely plays a lot more Overwatch than me. Definitely. She also has a ton of hours in Apex Legends. That was, any OG Nyx watchers besides me in the chat? I'm like the OG Nyx watcher, just to be clear. I'm like her #1 fan. I guess. I don't want to say #1 fan because that's not true. I'm not really her fan. I just kind of been there since the beginning. But that's because we live together IRL. So that's, yeah. But she started off as like an Apex Legends streamer, for those who don't know the lore. So same way that I was kind of like a Genshin Impact streamer and later branched into variety, she was a Apex Legends streamer and later branched into variety. And I don't know, it's just kind of funny to think about how, I mean, she's still kind of mostly like a pew pew streamer, and I'm more of like a, I don't know, what would you describe me as? I don't want to say a gacha game streamer, but more of like story-based games or like more relaxed games. And I dabble in the pew pews, and I become like a little demon crackhead with a gun. Actually, should I fuck around and play Valorant sometime soon? They got any nice new skins or something? Anything good in the battle pass? I feel like I might go through a Valorant arc again. Not really a Valorant arc, but I might play it once on stream and then put it away for like another few months. 8 days for Overwatch Classic. Oh, okay, so if we want to plan something for like this weekend, that works. I'm just thinking, because I know I wanted to invite like a couple of my VTuber siblings, like Lan and Basti. And I don't know about Basti's schedule, but I know Lan, she's got her corpo NPC job during the week. So probably if we want to get her into it, it's probably going to be a weekend thing. And yeah. So we'll see. I think also I think Nikki was going to join us, and he's usually off on the weekends. And I mean, Nyx is an anime cat girl online, so her schedule is pretty open. I'm also an anime girl online, and my schedule is relatively open. So, you know, will you get Monster Hunter Wilds? Yes. I did play a little bit of the beta, so I've already made my character and whatnot, so at least I think I will not have to remake those once I get that. I think the only thing that's gonna suck is actually paying for the game, because I'm poor. But I have some time. I have some time to save, so I should be fine. Actually, how much do the Monster Hunter games normally run? Because I think the 2 Monster Hunter games I have, which is Rise and World, I think people bought those for me, and that's why I have them. But I don't know how much they cost exactly, and I think they got bought for me when they were on sale, so they weren't too crazy. But I think they're still probably like $50 or something, at least $60 Canadian. I don't know. I'm working in Canadian dollars too, so I get extra fucked on that. Hello, hi, Xenocrest, hi, I see you in the YouTube chat, hi. Wild is close to 100, 89.99. I hate the Canadian dollar. Hey guys, have I mentioned that I hate the Canadian dollar? Yeah, thanks. Nah, it's a good game. It's definitely worth that. I'm just gonna have to mentally prepare myself and also prepare my wallet in advance. Actually, what's the exact date that the game comes out? So I have time to make sure I have money to get it, so I can like stream it right away and capitalize on the fact that like everybody's gonna be like super into that game, right? I know it's like early next year sometime. February 25th. Yo, anyone trying to get me a Valentine's Day gift in a couple months? February 14th. Anyone? Any takers? I'm free February 14th. So if you want me to be your Valentine, I will be your Valentine for the low price of $89.99 Canadian dollars. You can buy my love. February 28th. Okay. Plus tax. Well, honestly, I'll pay the tax. I can pay the tax. It's all good. I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to do that much for my beloved Valentine, whoever it is. No, in theory, my seasonal job lasts until somewhere mid-January-ish, mid to late January. We'll see how long they keep actually scheduling me for, and maybe if they like me and I ask really nicely, they'll let me stay and work like one shift a week, and then I can just use that money to buy a Monster Hunter Wilds. But no, I mean, if I'm working there until like mid to late January, I'll still be getting like a paycheck like early February, maybe even like mid-February, so I can use it towards that. Maybe. I don't know, man. I don't usually plan out purchases that far in advance because I'm kind of like a, you know, month to month, paycheck to paycheck type of girly, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not like, yes, let me budget for the next couple of months. I'm like, let me look at my bank account and see if I can eat this week type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? Right? Like, I don't budget. There is no budgeting at my income level, because the budgeting is just, can I afford to get groceries or can I not afford to get groceries? The budget is pay rent, pay my bills that I have, electricity and internet, and then whatever's left is whatever's left, and I can maybe afford like some ramen or something. if it's been a good month, you know, I can splurge, maybe get some fresh vegetables or something crazy, right? I'm being a little dramatic for the sake of the bit, okay guys, it's slightly dramatic, but like I don't make enough money to like be like, oh, you know, sit down and write a budget and I'm like, oh, I'll spend this much on groceries and this much on this, and I'll set aside this much in savings. Like, there is no savings, there is no extra money. There is the money that I have, and there's the money that must be spent on very specific things, and there's the money that's left over, and you just make it work. You just make it work with what you have, kind of vibe. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's a lot of people in this economy. Hopefully I'm like preaching to the choir on this one. What about food bank, guys? I'm being a little dramatic. I also am low-key, actually. They always have snacks at my job. I went to my job today. They have like little baskets of snacks all the time. They like literally give us snacks at work. And I went in today and they had the Welch's fruit snacks. They had some other stuff. They have like little bags of chips and like little granola bars, and you know, you can just like eat what you want from there. Like, you know, you don't have to like ask permission. Like, they just have snacks that they provide. Anyways, so I was like in the break room like munching on some Welch's fruit snacks today. So worst case scenario, my work does feed me a little bit. guys, I'm being a little dramatic for the bit. I'm being slightly dramatic for the bit. But anyways, so you can imagine how, you know, big gigantic $3,000 vet bill looming is a little nerve-wracking because I'm like, okay, so now I have to figure out how to set aside some money. So basically how you do that is you make extra money. I don't know how you do that. I mean, I do currently have a part-time job on top of what I normally do, which is this. So in theory, I should have a little extra money to work with. So far, that hasn't exactly been the case. But I think part of it is that my first paycheck or two, I kind of spent on stuff that I kind of needed to buy for a while but couldn't really afford to, you know, like stuff for around the house that we like kind of needed but like we didn't necessarily need, right? So I kind of like spent it on stuff like that so that I don't have to worry about it going forward. And, you know, like stocking up on stuff that we use around the house all the time, you know, like think like garbage bags type of thing, like stuff that doesn't go bad but that you always use and you're always gonna need more of. And so I've kind of spent a lot of my 1 or 2 paychecks that I've gotten so far on stuff like that, but hopefully going forward I can like set aside some of the money from my part-time job. And in theory we'll see how well it works out in practice. And then I also had Nikki here for a week, so I obviously spent a lot more money than I normally would on like a normal week because we like went out and we did a bunch of stuff, and obviously I wasn't gonna like make him pay for everything because that's just an insane thing to do, and especially since he had to pay for his flight to get here and get home. So I tried to pay for as much as I reasonably could for activities and food and all of that stuff. So my bank account's hurting from that a little bit, so you know. I think in like a couple weeks when I get paid again, especially I've been trying to pick up some extra shifts and stuff when they're available. I'm hoping that my bank account recovers, and then maybe like 2 paychecks from now I can actually start setting aside some extra money. We'll see if it works out that well, but that's kind of like in my mind. I'm like, yes, in theory, yes, hypothetically speaking, I should be able to start saving money. We'll see though, because sometimes okay, because I work at a retail store, and it's a store that I actually like shopping at sometimes, and I get a discount. So sometimes I go into work and I see something really nice and I want it, and so sometimes I spend money that I shouldn't on things because it's discount. It's basically free, you know, by the laws of girl math. It's like a discount, so like, you know, if I didn't buy it, you know, I'm like losing out, you know. So, you know, we'll see how it works out realistically. Toilet seat with a lid that isn't across the bathroom. Oh my god, I forgot about that. Yeah, so actually, funny enough, I want to say the day before or the same day that Nikki was arriving. We'll have to get Nyx's confirmation if she's still here, because she's the one who did it. But she broke the lid on our toilet seat. You know how like there's the lid so that when you flush, you know, the little particles from inside the toilet don't spew all over your bathroom, right? I forget what she said she was doing. Ass too fat. Shut up. You weren't even sitting on it. I'm pretty sure she said she was like, she had her leg on it, and she was like shaving her leg or something with her leg or foot up on the toilet seat. And I don't know what she did exactly, because I don't know how she described it to me in words, and so I don't even know how she managed it. But she lost her balance and kind of fell on a part of the toilet seat, and she kind of like, I don't know what she did, but it kind of knocked like a chunk off the corner of the toilet seat, and it's like the part that attaches to the rest of the toilet seat. So basically the entire lid of the toilet seat could no longer be on the toilet seat because of the little part that she broke, if that makes sense. And I don't know why, but I ended up being the one to buy a new one. Probably because I was bothered by it. And like, no, she was like, she kept saying, okay, I was like, God, we need to get a new toilet seat because I can't stand the fact that there's no toilet seat or lid on the toilet seat. Like, we just have this open ass toilet seat with no lid, and like, I just hate the concept of like flushing the toilet in just like the open air. Like, that's just disgusting to me, you know? It's like the germaphobe in me. And she kept saying, what is she, oh my god, what this bitch kept saying, she was like calling it like an open concept toilet, and I was like, I'm gonna strangle you. I was like, we need to get a new one. We need to have a lid on our toilet. That's disgusting. I hate that. I lost my balance and put weight on it, basically. Oh, okay, so it's like the corner of it, and you just like yeah, so even though it was just like this tiny little chip basically off the corner of the lid, because of where it chipped off from, you couldn't put the lid back on the toilet seat. So basically I had to buy a whole new toilet seat with a lid. And again, I don't know why I did it. Probably because she wouldn't have. She would have just been like, it's fine without a lid, it's fine. And I was like, no, it's not, it's gross. It's gross. That's how you get germs everywhere. You get fucking toilet particles all over the fucking bathroom. It's disgusting. Well, this is an interesting first time chat message. Should we save this one to the folder, guys? Should we save this one to the folder? Not gonna lie, I want to get your model pregnant, respectfully. Guys, if anyone wants to draw fan art of me pregnant, I think it'd be really funny, low-key. But first of all, here's the thing you gotta know about me. You're not gonna get me pregnant, alright? I'm the one who gets, I get men pregnant, okay? Exclamation M-preg, okay? Okay? Alright? You don't get me pregnant. I get men pregnant. That's what we do here. We get men pregnant. Preg toggle when somebody pays for it. I'm not getting a pregnant toggle out of my own money. What the fuck? Who even wants that? It'd just be a meme more than anything. You wouldn't even see it. You wouldn't even see it most of the time. Like, what the fuck? VTuber pregnant. VTuber plap plapped. See, think about it this way, guys. If I get a pregnant toggle, that means you guys have to admit that I get laid. And I don't know if you guys are ready for that. You guys like to think that I don't get bitches. But you kind of have to get at least a bitch to get pregnant. You need to have one Riz to get pregnant. I volunteer to get pregnant. Yo. I've never seen, this is like that scene in the Hunger Games where Katniss is like, I volunteer. Bro's like, I volunteer, I'll get M-preg. What a fucking thing to tune into. I feel like, all things considered, this is a relatively tame stream. I mean, I'm still like a sicky wicky little girl, little anime lady. So, you know, I'm just kind of here. I feel like we've been pretty wholesome, minus the pregnant stuff. I didn't start it. This first time chatter, they said they wanted to get me pregnant, and then I said I'm gonna get chat pregnant, which I think is a very reasonable thing to do, right? Just kidding, chat. I won't get you pregnant. I'll wear a condom. Hee. Safe sex is great sex. Better wear a latex. As who said that? Lil Wayne? Was that Lil Wayne lyrics? Yeah. guys know? Did you guys never heard that song? Please tell me, what song is it from? I'm pretty sure it's a Lil Wayne song. No. This is a real thing, guys. Trust. Y'all just, this is a pretty old song though. Let me see. What song is it from? Lollipop. It's from Lil Wayne, Lollipop. Let's see. I'm gonna look up the whole lyrics. I'm gonna read these lyrics in the whitest way possible. All right, where's the part that has this though? I won't read all the lyrics because that would be crazy. Where is this part? Is this like near the end of the song? Oh, okay. All right. It's verse 3. It's verse 3 in case you were wondering. Make a sex gacha game. Isn't that like every gacha game with waifus? They have like their titties out. They got giant titties the size of your face. And their whole ass cheeks out. And like massive fucking jiggly thighs. That's like 50% of gacha games at least. What do you mean? Hi Gambit. Hi. I see your chicken. Hi. I have a feeling it's your kink. Wait, what's my kink? What were we talking about? What are you saying my kink is? I don't think I have, like, I don't know if I like have like a specific kink, guys. I'm pretty bland. I'm a pretty plain person, honestly. Like, even like when it comes to sex, I would say I'm relatively vanilla. I'm not a real freak. You know what I'm saying? We like match my freak, but the freak in question is like vanilla. You try and make men pregnant? Oh, like pegging? Honestly, not really. I feel like I'd jokingly ask a dude if they'd let me peg them, and then if they actually agreed to it, I feel like I'd have to like really decide if I actually wanted to do it, because I feel like it's one of those things that sounds kind of fun in theory, but then you're like, do I actually want to peg a guy? Maybe. I'm not sure. I've never tried it. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, we can't get men pregnant. I'm always saying, I think society would be better if we could get men pregnant instead of women. I think men should get pregnant and not women. Okay, wait. Let me remind y'all of these lyrics, okay? The greatest lyrics of all time. No, I'm just kidding. I honestly though, so I used to listen to this song when I was like 13, and these lyrics are actually crazy for someone who's like 13 to be listening to. But I feel like that's a lot of songs. You listen to them when you're young and you don't even know what the lyrics mean. And then you get older and you're like, wait, what the hell? Okay. I have to blow my nose before we do this dramatic reading of some Lil Wayne lyrics, low-key. All right. I'll clear it up for a moment. Do you want a bottom is the real question. Do I want a bottom? I think it might be fun. I think it might be fun to try that since I'm such a top. Any Sabrina Carpenter song right now? Dude, I keep seeing people like getting mad about Sabrina Carpenter like on stage. I saw this clip where she was like she got on her knees on stage and she like held the mic above her head and like kind of mimicked like giving like a blowjob while singing into the mic. I thought it was funny. And people were like losing their minds because like, she's a former Disney star. I'm like, okay, and now she's a grown-ass woman that can sing and I don't know, do stuff with sexual connotations. Like, okay, a lot of people are former Disney stars, but that doesn't stop them from being absolute degenerates. But I think part of it is because she's kind of like, her aesthetic is very like cutesy and she's kind of like small and, you know, she looks young. I think that's why people don't like it. But I'm like, she's a grown-ass woman. If she wants to mimic sucking dick on stage with a mic, I don't care, man. Like, good for her. Her lyrics aren't beating around the bush about being sexual. I like that though. I like that, especially for like women, like women artists and women singers. I think that's a somewhat more recent thing. It's probably a thing that's been around for some number of years, but I feel like, I don't know, I feel like women's sexuality is always kind of like, people always have a problem with it. Like, it used to be as a woman that you couldn't speak very openly about like sexual stuff because you'd just get called a slut or a whore. People would see you in a particular light. And I'm glad that things are a bit better in that regard now. And yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's a bad thing, you know? I think it's cool to sing about like sex and not just, I don't know, make it all like a metaphor. Like, just say what you want to say. I mean, you know, if you want to sing about that stuff and have it be more like metaphorical and whatnot, like that's cool too. But if she wants to sing about sex and, you know, mimic sucking off the mic or whatever, like, go crazy. Yes, girl. Yes, get it. Like, she's a grown up. She can do what she wants. It's all good. You're my favorite VTuber. Are you mentally okay? It seems like a questionable life choice, I'm gonna be honest. But hey, you do you. You do you. Happy to be somebody's favorite. Hello, Soma. Hi, hi. Welcome, welcome. Alright. I can kind of breathe through my nose right now. That's kind of impressive, low-key. No? No? What's the no in regards to? I don't even know what I was talking about. I was talking about, like, sucking dick. I'm not, but my doctor says I'll never be okay. My doctor says... I actually don't know. I haven't talked to my doctor in a while. Last time I talked to my doctor was in September, and she... well, she didn't really talk to me for very long. It was like 5 minutes and she brushed me off and I was like, good talk, doc. And then the last time I saw her before that was like an hour and a half prior for like a checkup and stuff. So yeah, we don't talk much, me and my doctor. We not tight like that, you know what I'm saying? We're basically strangers. But that's okay, that's okay. I feel like if I had to go to the doctor more often, probably wouldn't be very good, right? I mostly have to go for checkups, or if I have like a specific concern. I'm like, usually if I have a specific concern, it's like mental health related. I'm like, hey, I think I'm mentally ill in more ways than we previously thought. You know, it's like that. Just died. I see her monthly. Oh, that's pretty often. I wonder, maybe my doctor would take me more seriously if I bothered her on a monthly basis, right? I feel like she's like, okay, girl, you have enough mental illnesses. Leave me alone. And I'm like, okay, but like, okay. But yeah, most of the time when I see a doctor, it's usually just for like checkups and stuff. I can't remember the last time I went to like a doctor for like a specific health concern that wasn't mental health related. Like, genuinely. I guess like the only time previously that I can think is like when I was younger. And this is a long time ago, like my like early 20s maybe. And I went to my doctor to get on like birth control, you know, classic segs haver. No, I don't even know why I got it. Might have been for segs having reasons, but I think it also helped with some other stuff, which was cool. But I haven't been on that for a long time. I'm still, don't worry guys, I'm still a segs haver, totally real and true. Yeah. Anyways, just trust. I'm a sex haver. That's all you need to know. But yeah, that was like one of the last times I remember going to my doctor for anything other than a basic checkup once in a while. But yeah. Hey, do you want to not have babies? Yes, please. And they're like, here you go. And I'm like, yay, thank you. Birth control to stop having periods. Yeah, no, that shit's a banger. Like the any hormonal birth control, birth control. hello doctor, I'd like birth control. I would like no birth. Okay, I was gonna say I can't talk today, but in my defense, I'm like all stuffed up, so we'll just blame it on that, honestly. But yeah, no, any like hormonal birth control methods. So there's a few. Like the pill is probably the most well-known one, but you can also get like these patches that you switch out every few months, and or once a month? I don't know, I haven't used that one. I'm not super familiar with it, but I'm pretty sure it's hormonal as well, so it does like the same thing. And then I think there's one where you can get like a shot. I don't know how often you have to get it. It's like every few months, maybe it's every 6 months, once a year. I don't know, something. Never tried that one either, but I think that one's also hormonal. And then I know they have hormonal IUDs. It's the same thing. It basically, if I remember correctly, it just tricks your body into thinking it's already pregnant, so it doesn't get pregnant again, even though it's not pregnant in the first place. Because it basically, like, the hormones it releases into your body, if I remember correctly, you might have to Google this if you're interested, is what would be released if you were pregnant. And so that's why sometimes you get like lighter periods, or periods just disappear completely because your body's like, ah, we don't need this. But yeah, no, I remember that being a thing when I took it back in the day. It definitely made it so that my periods were lighter, which was nice. And then the one thing that you can do with the pill, which is quite nice, is if you don't want to get your period when you're supposed to, because there's like a week of either not taking the pills, or the ones that they're in there are like placebos, and that's when you kind of get your period, you can just like skip that. You can just move on to the next package and just like be like, actually I don't feel like getting this right now. So that was like super convenient if there was something that I just like didn't want to deal with that for, right? You're just like, nah, not this month, actually, no thank you. I see no doctors or therapists. If I do, they couldn't diagnose me with many things. I mean, that's, you know, in theory, not necessarily a bad thing. I feel like that's, I mean, I guess it's up to you whether you think it's a good thing or not, but it depends too. Because if you get diagnosed with something that's, you know, treatable, you know, like maybe there's a medication for it, or something that you can do to help with it, or make things easier, like relieve symptoms and stuff, then I feel like in those situations getting diagnosed is like super helpful, because usually you kind of need to get diagnosed in order to access those options. And so that's kind of where I'm at with like ADHD, is like I can do stuff kind of, like I can work around it to some extent by making my schedule in a certain way, and, you know, gearing my life in a certain way and that kind of thing. But until I can get my doctor to take me seriously and give me like an actual diagnosis, and then ideally some sort of medication to help, because like especially when it comes to something like that, it's just your brain not doing the brain chemicals. You get medicated and then your brain has the brain chemicals. It makes things a lot easier if you can kind of do that. But not everything is that way. Some stuff, it doesn't necessarily matter if it's officially diagnosed, because even if it is, not necessarily much you can
Hello
do about
there.
it.
I have been freed from my prison.
Free from prison! Yay! That's what we like to hear. Welcome back, Kurama, for 21 more. Yippee! So yeah, I mean, when it comes to getting diagnosed for anything really, some people just, even if there's not much you can do about it, some people just like knowing and having that official sort of diagnosis. Some people, like, especially with, this is probably more, well, not necessarily. I was gonna say this is probably more of like a American thing, since your healthcare isn't necessarily covered in a lot of cases, but it can happen here sometimes with very specific stuff that you have to pay to get like assessed for separately, which tends to be more like autism assessments, sometimes ADHD assessments, stuff like that. So sometimes money is just a factor, which is why sometimes people will just self-diagnose in the meantime, because it gives them, you know, a label to put on the issues that they're experiencing. And, you know, obviously I think in those cases their goal is to get like an official diagnosis when they're able to. But in the meantime, like, sometimes it's just easy to have something to tell people, because they're like, oh, like, why are you the way that you are? And it's like, I promise I'm not intentionally just being like an uber asshole, shitty, lazy person or whatever. Like, it's this. As opposed to just being like, I don't know, man, I just suck at being a person. It's a lot easier to just like have a label and have like a specific term to tell people, and they're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. So I don't know, I guess stuff like that is kind of complicated, huh? Still though, I'm kind of like, I'm in the boat of people that I like knowing stuff. I like to know why. So for me, at least, even if it wasn't necessarily something that anything could be done about, I would still ideally prefer to be diagnosed over not being diagnosed when it comes to stuff. But that's just because I'm like, I don't like not knowing stuff. I don't like the unknown. The unknown makes me very uncomfortable. So if I'm like, okay, there's clearly something fucking wrong with me, I can't just accept that there's something wrong with me and not like be okay with not knowing what it is. Like, I need to know. I need something to call it. I need a name to put to it, because I'm a little researcher too. I love Googling stuff, right? So anytime I have something to, you know, health related, or like my cat has something health related, or somebody I know has something health related, I'm like that bitch that's like on Google, and I'm like, and I'm like looking up all the info on it, even if there's like nothing really that you can do about it besides like wait and see how things go or something like that. I'm still like, I like to Google, right? You know, I'm like, oh, you know, what are like the possible outcomes? What are like the probabilities of these potential outcomes? You know, like, I want to know what to expect, even if I can't do anything about it. I don't know. I think it comes partially with my background too, right? So I have a degree in like biochemistry, and a lot of the focus of my degree is kind of like medically related. Like, I did a lot of research or courses on like the immune system and like infectious diseases and like viruses and bacteria and genetics and all of this sort of stuff. And at one point I did consider going to like medical school, but oh my god, I'm so glad I didn't. I would have not done well as a doctor. Can you guys imagine me as a doctor? But I'm like super interested in that stuff just in and of itself, but also I'm kind of like an anxious little creature, so those two things kind of combine when it comes to like health stuff, and I just like spam Google. Hello, I'll tell you something to start the week off right. If you were my wife, I would surely become an atheist because I would have nothing more to ask God for. Oh, no, you don't want that, I promise. I'd be like the worst. I'd be the worst person to have as a wife. You'd be like, oh, you'd come home from like a long day of work and you'd be like, oh, is the house clean? Did you cook dinner? And I'd be like, yes, totally. Nah, I mean, I'm pretty good at keeping stuff clean actually, but when it comes to cooking, I'm a good cook if I want to cook. I don't typically want to cook. That's my problem. I don't know though, maybe if I had somebody else to cook for, maybe I'd be more motivated. I'm not sure. If the day ever comes where I don't know if I'd necessarily get married, but like if I have a partner and we like move in together or something, maybe I'd want to cook for them. If that day ever comes, I'll let you guys know. But currently I just kind of cook for myself and I'm not very motivated to do that. I'm like, why would I spend all this time cooking for myself when I could just not do that and just eat something that I can make a lot quicker and I can just eat it and then get back to whatever I'm doing. Callie's a functioning girl failure. Yeah, I kind of am a functioning girl failure, huh? I feel like that's a pretty good way to describe me, honestly. You don't cook for Nyx, no, and she doesn't cook for me. I feel like if we're both the same. I think that's the problem. Neither of us cares too much about eating like particularly nice meals. Like we're both just like, we'd rather just be doing other stuff than dealing with meals. So we both just kind of eat stuff that's pretty quick to make and that kind of thing. But yeah, if we were like smart and mentally well adjusted folks, we would just take turns cooking, but we don't do that. It's a good thing that Nyx doesn't cook for you. I mean, she's a fine cook too. Like, we have probably most of the same background knowledge when it comes to cooking. And we can both follow a recipe and all of that stuff. Neither of us has a particular motivation for cooking. So but I'm like, oh, you know, maybe if I had like a partner or something that I lived with or something, like maybe I'd want to cook for them. But I don't know, I've never been in that situation or anything, so it's kind of hard to say. I think it depends too on like how busy I am, right? So like if I lived with somebody, like a partner or something, and they were like the breadwinner and I could just be like a little anime girl on the internet and not have to worry too much about like bills being paid, like I would do the cooking and I would do the cleaning, you know? I would take care of that stuff if they're taking care of everything else, right? Like I'd make sure they're taken care of, you know, right? If they're taking care of everything else. Because I think that's like a fair trade, you know? I get to be a little creature, I get to be a little anime girl, you know, you pay the bills and I'll do everything else, you know, while I'm just like being a little creature at home. Like I would be totally down for that. But if I'm also working and doing like my own girl boss shit, I might have a lot less motivation to do cooking. Especially cleaning I kind of use as like a way to procrastinate other stuff, so chances are I'd still do cleaning pretty frequently, because I'd be like, oh, I should video edit, and then I'd be like, no, I must clean instead. Haha. I love avoiding video editing by cleaning. I'm like, oh yeah, no, totally, and then I like get up and like mop the entire apartment or something. She's a good cook. She cooked a medium rare chicken. The chicken was cooked just fine. There was nothing wrong with the way it was cooked. I can promise you that, because I personally taught her how to cook the chicken and spice the chicken. So she does it the exact same way that I do. And oftentimes when she cooks chicken, she like double checks with me. She's like, how long was it supposed to go in, at what temperature? And I remind her. So it's cooked fine. The problem was that particular instance where she tried to poison me unintentionally but intentionally is that the chicken itself had been sitting in the fridge for a few weeks, and so should have been thrown out like 2 weeks prior, or cooked, I suppose. And it did not. It just sat in the fridge. I didn't know this. That's the thing. I didn't know it had been sitting in the fridge for like a couple weeks. And so it was like a week and a half past the like best before date. And I feel like for some stuff, being past the best before date or the expiry date or whatever it is okay. When it comes to fresh chicken in the fridge, I feel like that is not one of those things that you can fuck with. But she did not pay attention to the date on the chicken, and she had not remembered that it was sitting in there for a couple weeks, and so she cooked it up all nice, and I ate some of it. And then after I realized, I saw the package and saw the date on it, and I was like, oh, lovely. Anyways, nothing bad happened, but I was like so anxious for like a week, waiting to like die of food poisoning or something. Pink chicken is the best chicken. No, bro, it's not. Do not. Well, honestly, technically, I think it's still possible for your chicken to be safe to eat and have like a bit of pink to it. I still don't like what I like. If I saw a bit of pink in my chicken, it would give me the ick, honestly. But I think it's technically still possible for that to happen. It's more about the temperature, right? It's about the internal temperature. So that's why when you're cooking meat, you're supposed to use like a meat thermometer or like a cooking thermometer, and you're supposed to check like the inside of the, you know, like stick it in, you see how hot it is, because it has to get to a specific temperature to kill the bacterias and things in it that could potentially make you sick. You guys know about food safety, right? I'm afraid to ask, honestly. I feel like there's a lot of people that don't know actually about food safety, and I feel like once I kind of got old enough to realize that how much people don't know about food safety and like the way some people cook in their own homes, I genuinely don't think I'll ever eat food at a potluck again. Like, you know how some workplaces do like a potluck and everybody brings their own dish and they like cook it? Knowing what I know about some people's kitchen habits, I don't think I could bring myself to eat people's food unless I like have been to their house or know for sure that they like take, you know, some precaution, because some people just be doing the craziest shit. They just be like cutting things on the same unwashed cutting board that they like just had raw meat on or something, and I'm like, no, you can't be doing that shit. You can't. Some people just do not know. And I'm like, oh, no, I can't be eating y'all's random ass fucking food. Nah. That's why anytime I bring in meats, I write on the package with Sharpie with the date. That's smart. Like making sure it's like really obvious. See, the thing I do is that if I want to cook up some chicken or have chicken, I basically do it so that I buy it on a day or a time where I can come home and basically just cook it same day. So I don't really have to worry too much about that. So I just come home, you know, I put all my groceries away. The chicken might go in the fridge for a bit until I, you know, put all the other groceries away and do whatever else, preheat the oven. But yeah, usually I just cook up like a whole package of chicken at once, like chicken breasts. And then I like cut them up into like little slices or like little small pieces, kind of, depending on what I'm planning to use it for. But it's usually for like wraps or sandwiches or to put in on like some rice or something. So usually just cutting it into like relatively small pieces works pretty well. And I just section it off into like little baggies and put them in the freezer. And then whenever I want to put the chicken on something, I can just take out like a little baggie, dump it onto like a plate, and like you know, heat it up in the microwave, and it's like the perfect amount to put on some rice or put in a wrap or put in a sandwich or whatever I want to do with it. And then yeah, I don't really have to worry too much about how long it's sitting in the fridge, because it's basically not sitting in the fridge for very long at all. Welcome back, Dipset. Missed you. Hi, Boofy. Hi. You acting like you didn't talk to me like yesterday. I'm still kind of sick if you can't tell, but I don't know. I'm feeling kind of okay, but I think I just still kind of sound like shit, and I'm a bit sniffly. I have to like once in a while mute my mic and just like blow my nose. I just blow my nose right into the mic, just like, I don't know, ASMR, sick person ASMR. Yeah, I don't think today's gonna be like a super long stream. I just wanted to like stream, you know, make sure I remembered how to stream. I only fucked up once. I had my mic muted. Well, it wasn't muted. Technically, it wasn't muted. It was reset to a different mic, which is a non-existent mic. So even though the mic is technically not muted, you guys couldn't hear me, so same thing as being muted. So we honestly only had one problem, which I think is pretty good, considering I swear if I don't stream for like 3 days, I forget how to stream. And I was like, man, do I even remember how to yap? I don't know if I remember how to yap. You know, I don't know how to be a streamer anymore. It's been 87 years. It's been like a week, bro. Most dramatic streamer, literally. I feel like that's every streamer though. Like we don't stream for like a few days or a week, or God forbid like 2 weeks, because of whatever. Like sometimes people just get sick or have like family emergencies, or honestly just go on vacation or whatever, right? There's plenty of reasons why somebody would not stream for a week or two. And then we come back and we're like the most dramatic people on the planet. We're like, guys, it's been so long. Do you guys remember me? I can't even, like, I make fun of it, but I do it too, right? I'm like, oh my god, streamers are just so dramatic. They're like, everybody's gonna forget me if I leave for a week or two. And then I do it too, though. I do it too. I genuinely do feel, I mean, part of it, I think it depends. Because I think if you're like a really big streamer, like, yeah, no, people aren't gonna forget. Like, people aren't gonna forget Iron Mouse exists if she's gone for a week or two. But I'm like, who am I, bro? I'm this little guy, right? I have like a nice tight-knit little community, but like newer people to the community, right? Not the people who have been around for a year or two. Like, those people are gonna forget me. Newer people are gonna forget me very easily because I'm fucking nobody. Obviously, those of you guys that are, you know, I'm kind of stuck in your little brain and you're kind of stuck with me at this point because you've been around for so long, you guys aren't gonna forget me. But newer people that I've just recently scammed into attending my streams, right? They've been to like 2 streams, maybe they've been around for a month even. If I disappear for a week or two, they're gone. They're gonna forget me. Right? And like, if that's a couple people, it's such a high proportion of my viewership, right? Right? Like, if a few people forget Iron Mouse, nobody's gonna notice that. If a few people forget about me, I'm gonna notice. I'm gonna be like, oh my god, bro, they're all gone. Oh god, nobody loves me anymore. I'm very dramatic, I know. I'm obviously exaggerating as well for like the bit, but like, I think the point still stands, okay? I live alone, so it's hard to get small enough portions of meat to reasonably cook in one sitting. Really? You not just like go to, because I go to the grocery store and I'll buy like a package that's got like 4 or 5 or 6 chicken breasts in it. It depends on the size of the chicken breast because it's kind of like by weight to some extent. But anyway, something like that. And I just cook up all of those at once because I'm putting them in the freezer. And they'll last for like months in the freezer. But yeah, I just like cut them up and section them into like separate little baggies, or you could do like containers or something. And like, that works great. That works great. And like, do you not have those packages or something at your grocery store? Because those work great. Those fit like really well on like a regular baking sheet, I guess, that you would use. yeah, so they just put them on the baking sheet, pop them in the oven for however many minutes, make sure that they're, you know, hot enough, you know, high enough internal temperature. Yippee. And then, you know, let them cool a little bit and cut them up and put them in the freezer. And then I don't have to worry about it for a couple weeks. Easy peasy. Is that Walmart edition Iron Man? Not the Iron Man, bro. Iron Man. Actually, bro, this reminds me. I opened Twitter earlier. I think it was like after work when I was like on the bus. I was busing home from my job, right? And I opened Twitter and like the first thing I see is this AI photo of Elon Musk that Elon Musk has posted on twitter.com. And it's, I should find the tweet because it's goofy as shit. It looks so fucking stupid. I feel like you have to see it to like fully understand what I'm yapping about, low-key. Okay. Hopefully it's still on his page. Okay, Elon Musk. Is it still posted? Bro, this guy posts so fucking much. Does he not have anything better to do? He posts on Twitter more than me. And I'm literally a chronically online anime girl. What the hell? I don't see it there anymore. Oh no, it's there. Okay, oh my god, I found it. I found it. No, wait, never mind, it's not. Oh, not the one that I was thinking of. But actually, this is kind of... This is the... Okay, I'll show you the one that made me think of the other one. Because I was like, oh, Elon Musk, stupid AI generated fucking images. Alright, here we go. So he tweeted like this. I don't know when this one was, but this is what kind of like reminded me of his existence, because someone was saying something about like discount Iron Man. And anyways, so he was like, I will use the power of irony to defeat villains. Like, bro is actually so cringe. Who let bro on the internet? Who let bro buy Twitter? Like, what the heck? But there was another one. Let me see if I can find it. I think it was more recent than this one, but it was like an AI generated image that he posted, but it looks like if he was Asian. It's like Asian version of Elon Musk, but he posted it. And I was like, this don't even look like you. This literally looks like you if you were Asian, but you're not Asian. It was like really weird. I don't know, he really likes AI generated images of himself. I've noticed. It's like very weird. Yeah, I don't see it. It's not there anymore. It's so, I don't know, maybe someone else knows what I'm talking about and I'm not just like spewing nonsense. But anyways. He doesn't what was I saying? Was this about the AI generated images of himself? Have you seen what he looks like recently? I think the most recent thing I've seen of him was before the American election for president. Sometime before that, he was at like a Trump rally and he like walked out and did his stupid little jump. And I remember seeing him at that. And he like, I don't know, man. I don't even remember too much about what he looked like at that. I just remember this stupid little jump. I was like, why is he jumping like that? Like, I don't know. I just gave me the ick. I don't know how to explain it. I was like, why is this grown-ass man doing like a weird little jump at a Trump rally? That's like I don't know, man. It just felt weird to me. Dude is built wrong. I've seen a picture of him. I don't know when it's from, but I think I know what you're talking about, where he was like on a boat maybe and in a bathing suit And yeah, like he looks, I don't know how to describe it. I think somebody described it as like he's built like a fridge, because it just looks like, I wonder if I can find the image actually. Elon Musk. I don't know what to search for this. Okay, I need to search something, maybe bathing suit, because all the pictures that come up when you search that are like ones where he looks like he's in a suit and he looks all like businessy and formal, and there's like obviously the AI ones, but we don't want that. We want, oh okay, this is the one. I found it. Yeah, like I don't know, it's just like it looks like, it almost looks like his rib cage is like really long or something, is the best way I can describe it. Here, let me pull it up for you guys in a second here. I mean, I feel like everybody's seen this image. I think it's an older image. I couldn't tell you honestly. I've seen it, and I know I've seen it. My eyes hurt. I'm getting tired. Okay, we definitely don't want this picture of Elon Musk to be the entire screen. Okay, that should be. So yeah, this is the picture I was thinking of. Well, like see the way his torso looks? It looks like his rib cage almost looks like his rib cage is like really big and really long. And like, I don't know why that is. I don't know what the reason for that is. Like, it could, like, is it genuinely like his rib cage is just built like that, or is it something else? I'm sniffly again. Built like a fridge. Yeah, that's how I saw somebody describe it, and I was like, it kind of makes sense though when they said it. Sick anime girl ASMR. How we feeling about it? No, just kidding. I also think I saw someone say one time in regards to like this picture or like his build, I think, and I don't know if this is true or not, so take this with a very, like, several grains of salt, because I don't know how true this is, but somebody was saying that the way he's built, especially in some of these photos, it looks like what happens when you take steroids but don't actually like work out. So you know how like obviously people take steroids and then they go to the gym and they get like really ripped and really muscly like relatively easily. Somebody was saying that he's built like when you take steroids and don't work out. I don't know how true that is, because
Twitch Prime to get 1 month free subscription to your favorite Geico tuber in my Kuno.
Pickle, welcome back for 36 months. That's 3 years. That's crazy. That's crazy. Welcome back, Geico VTuber. I'm not a Geico VTuber. You guys want to spend 15 minutes to find out how to save 15% on your car insurance? What? Sorry. Want to talk about your car's extended warranty? Yeah, that is what you turn out looking like. Yeah, I had never heard of that before, because I feel like most of the time, if people are gonna take steroids, they're doing it to like go to the gym and get like really like jacked and big. But so I've never seen what it looks like when you take steroids and then don't go to the gym. It never occurred to me that somebody would do that. But yeah, that's what somebody said he looks like, and I'm like, honestly, I can kind of see, like, he seems like he would do that from what I know about him. Obviously, I don't know him very well. He's like some random billionaire that just yaps all the time on Twitter. But I was like, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised to find out that that's what that was. As the Spanish say, aloha. I don't think that's what the Spanish say. I think they say hola. I have a mod who's Spanish or speaks Spanish. I don't know if he's here right now. He's around sometimes. Don't say fake Spanish. He'll call you out maybe, or he won't. I don't know. Depends on if he's here. But yeah, I might call it soon. I did say it would probably be a shorter stream because I'm still sicky wicky, but I will try to stream again like tomorrow and Tuesday. They might also be somewhat shorter streams, but I think we'll pull out a game. We'll pull out a game tomorrow. We'll play a game. I'm trying to think what I want to do. I think later in the week I might do a Zenless Zone Zero stream, but I want that to be when I'm fully recovered because I want it to be a longer stream because I gotta catch up on the story. So usually that takes a few hours at least to do that. So that might be like a whatever day later in the week I'm free when I'm feeling better. I think the next couple days we'll probably just do like something chill, like maybe do some more Monster Hunter World. I'm still trying to catch up to everybody. I want to get to like the Iceborne stuff, so we'll probably do that one day for a little bit. And then I don't know, something else chill the other day, maybe like some web fishing. I want to play more web fishing. I want to catch more fishes. I like that game because it's chill and you know other people can join and I can just kind of yap, you know. It's very nice. It's very nice. So aloha, que pasa? What does that mean? Is aloha actually a thing in Spanish? I feel I don't know. It could be for all I know. Anyways, there's Hickey. See, he knows Spanish. He knows Spanish. Normally I say no English. No English. Only English in chat. But once in a while, you can get away with saying some Spanish stuff, and Hickey will talk back to you in Spanish, and you guys can talk your shit about me in Spanish. And that's okay. That's okay once in a while in that specific context. But most of the time it's English only in chat. What about Wuwa? I don't know. I feel like I have more stuff to do in ZZZ, and I'll have to double check how many streams I can fit in between my work schedule this week. Actually, I can kind of look now. I know I work Wednesday, so probably no stream Wednesday. Where is my... One sec, I gotta pull up my schedule. Because I'll probably update it after stream anyways. Because I think right now I have it... I don't know what I have it as, honestly. I have no idea. I just kind of put some stuff in there, kind of like guessing at when I'd feel better. But I wasn't really sure. But yeah, I think probably short streams tomorrow and Tuesday while I'm still kind of recovering. Wednesday I know I work. Let's see. Okay, so I don't work Thursday. I have like afternoon shifts on Friday and Saturday. So I might... This is the thing I hate. I can't just like do whatever I want with my schedule. I have to be like, huh, okay. Okay, so honestly, we might take Thursday as like, no wait, okay, I said I wasn't streaming Wednesday because I worked that day. Oh, this is so hard. Do you speak French in theory? Because I'm Canadian and they forced me to take French up until the 9th grade, but in practice, not really. So more like no. Okay, dang, what do I want to do for a schedule? Dude, this is difficult. This is difficult. I will figure out. I will say next Sunday looks like the best day, most likely day that I'll do like a longer stream. Yeah, like maybe Thursday if we start early, because I work Friday afternoon. So like Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday? I don't know. I'll update it after stream. I'll look at my schedule after stream and figure it out. But that's roughly what we're looking at. Probably like tomorrow, Tuesday, short streams. And then again, Thursday will probably be a longer stream because I don't like work that day, and I don't work early the next day. And then I might stream on the Friday or the Saturday. I do have work, like I work like 4 or 5 hours those days in the afternoon, but I might still fit in a stream one of those days at like 7 or 8 p.m. And then Sunday we'll do something. I hate this. I want to just make a schedule on a whim. Why do I have to work around the fuck ass schedule? This is some bullshit. The French girl actually French kiss? I don't know. Ask a French girl. I'm Canadian. I'm not a French girl. I'm a Canadian girl who forcibly learned some French at one point. Sick girl ASMR. My French is probably better than Callie's, and I'm American. I also work with a team in Quebec nearly daily. Yeah, you're probably a lot more fresh on your French as well. Like, I literally have not had a reason to use French since the 9th grade when I had to take French as a class. And so I feel like with language in general, if you want to still be fluent in a language, you have to kind of practice it periodically. Whether it's like, if it's something you use for work, you're going to use it very regularly, like what you do. I know some people will just, you know, speak to people they know that also speak that language somewhat fluently, whether it's like other people who have learned the language, or, you know, if you're like making friends online, you probably have a friend that speaks another language, possibly, so you know, like probably like just chat with them in the other language or something. Like, and I know there's apps and stuff that do stuff like that as well. So yeah, but if you don't practice a language, you just like forget it very easily. And since I have not spoken French in like 15 years for the most part, yeah, I don't remember fuck all French. Bonjour. Je m'appelle Kazahana. Like, what the fuck? Comment ça va? And it's like Quebec French. It's like Canadian French. It's not like French. All right. I think Nyx is streaming tonight, right? Probably. I can hear her yapping in the other room. I'm pretty sure she is. So we'll just send you guys to her since I'm sick, and you can hang out with her for the rest of the night. How about that? How's that a good plan? I think that's a good plan. You know, she's like me, but less cool and more cat. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, and if you're in the YouTube chat, this won't apply to you because I'm raiding on Twitch and I don't know how to do anything like that on YouTube. So if you wanna join the raid on Twitch, you know, feel free. Otherwise, yeah, the YouTube stream is just gonna end. I'm sorry. I managed to catch a second stream. I'm sorry. Unfortunately, we're like ending. It's like a short stream. I'm getting over a cold. I mean, you can probably tell. I definitely sound like I'm getting over a cold. But yeah, for those of you guys on Twitch, which is most of you guys, we're gonna raid Nyx. And for anyone who's new, Nyx is actually my sister IRL. We live together. She's a cat girl VTuber. I know, very cringe, very overdone. But I wonder what she's doing tonight. I think she's been playing a lot of Monster Hunter World recently, so I don't know if her plan is to do that or just yap, or I don't know what else does she do, play Overwatch or something. I have no idea, but right now she's just yapping. She just yaps usually for the first bit, so yeah, you guys can go listen to her yap for a bit, and then she'll also yap when she plays whatever she plays. I don't know what she's doing. I don't know what she's doing with her life. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I don't know anything. Let's see, raid message. You know, we'll do the classic message that we do when we raid my sister. we say, do the dishes. And then we say it again and again and again. Comment ça va? Yeah, I think that means like, how are you, basically. And then you'd say bien or something, because you'd be like, good. That's all I know for like French, and some of it kind of crosses over a bit with Spanish, I think. Like bien, I think, is sort of similar or common between the two. I think French and Spanish are similar. So I think in theory, if I wanted to sit down and properly learn Spanish, besides like the 3 Spanish words that I know or whatever, I don't think it'd be too hard, since I've learned French in the past. And so I kind of understand a little bit about how the language works, even though I don't actually remember a lot of the specifics, if that makes sense. Most people just say ça va. Proper French is weird. I mean, that makes sense. Shorten it. Right? Like, sometimes I ask people a question, but it's just like one word. Like, instead of saying, how did you sleep? I'll just say sleep ? To somebody. And they know I'm just asking how they slept, and I'm just too lazy to say the full sentence. So it works. I'm back. Oh no, welcome back. We're gonna send you guys off to my cat girl sister, my real sister, also my VTuber sister, because we have the same papa. We both have Papa Smooth as our papa. But my actual sister, I feel like sometimes I have to clarify, because obviously in the VTuber community, people be like, oh, this is like my sibling, but it's like a VTuber sibling, like they have the same model mama or model papa, and like, no, yes, also we do have the same model papa, but like, she's actually my sibling IRL, guys. Like, she actually annoys me IRL. She actually just does no dishes in our shared apartment. Okay, that's why we say do the dishes in our raid message. Okay, that's the context. So yeah, you guys can go be her problem, and I'm gonna probably have a like hellfire shower after this. I've been showering so much the past few days, not because I like need to for cleanliness reasons, but I just sit in there and like turn the temperature up really high, and like you get like some steam going, and I feel like that feels really nice when you're like stuffy and sick. And like the alternative is to like boil some water on the stove and like stand over it and get like some of the steam, right? And like, that's cool too. I do that sometimes, but it's also just nice to stand in like the hot shower and have that as well. So I've been doing a lot of that sometimes. I did that a few minutes ago. It feels so nice. But yeah, I also like worked today earlier, so I was like kind of up and walking around, so it'll be nice to wash off at the same time. So it's like multi-purpose today. It's multi-purpose. Homemade onsen, yeah, imagine if I was rich and I just had like a sauna in my home. That'd be great for when you're like sick or like stuffed up or something, or you're like congested. Just like, oh, good thing I have the home sauna. It must be so nice to be rich. Holy shit, I want to be rich, guys. I want to be rich. Being rich seems very convenient and very nice, but I wouldn't know because I'm not rich. All right, before I get too stuffy and you guys can no longer understand me anymore, I will send you in Nyx's direction. So yeah, as of right now, the plan is to stream tomorrow and Tuesday at 6 p.m. EST, same time as today. It is possible, like if I pick up a shift at work or something, that I end up not streaming, but the chances of that happening are slim. So I will let you guys know if those plans change, and after stream I will go figure out my schedule for the week and kind of update it on the little Twitch panel. I don't know what it's called, but it's the one, you know, where you can see the next time I'm live and it shows like the days I'll be live during the week. So I've been keeping that updated, even though I don't have like an official schedule posted most of the time now. That way, like if it needs to change because of my work schedule changing or whatever, I can kind of update it I try to set it at the beginning of the week to be what I think it'll be, but it does change a little bit sometimes. But yeah, after stream, I'll go update that. I'll figure out what I want to do around my work schedule this week, and yeah. Please take care of yourself. I will. I'll have a hot shower. I'll have a hot tea. I'll drink lots of water. I'll cozy up with a warm blankie and lurk in my sister's stream and be a pest in her stream and cuddle my cattles and do all the cozy things. And I'll go to bed early. Well, early for me. Probably by midnight, realistically. I didn't nap today. I'm a real grown-up. I didn't nap. I did sleep for like 11 hours last night though, so probably didn't need much of a nap. Alright, you guys have a good rest of your night. Have a good day tomorrow. If you have the start of your work week tomorrow, I hope you make lots of money and have a great work day. And I will see you guys tomorrow evening, yeah? Okay, bye bye.